Daily fantasy sports app available in 45 states, including California, Texas, Florida, and Georgia.
Download the PrizePicks app today and use code OT. Get $50 instantly in site credits when you play $5. That's code OT on PrizePicks to get $50 instantly in site credits when you play $5. Win or lose, you'll get $50 in site credits for just playing. Guaranteed. PrizePicks. It's good to be right.
Must be present in certain states. Visit PrizePicks.com for restrictions and details.
You're listening to the Emirates NBA Cup on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Jim Basketball coming to you from the Granger Studios, back on NBA Countdown. Reminding you, don't forget to log on to @NBA on ESPN Radio on X to vote in the AutoZone in the Zone poll question. Who is going to get in the zone for tonight's Spurs-Thunder matchup? Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, Chet Holmgren, De'Aaron Fox, and Stephon Castle are your choices. In the Zone is brought to you by AutoZone. Get in the zone. AutoZone. Let's bring in Mark J. Spears, senior NBA writer for Andscape. And Mark, let's start with that first game. You just had a conversation with Spike Lee. I'm sure he's excited. The impressions of what the Knicks did in the opener.
I mean, they pretty much dominated. Mike Brown went on about a 5-minute soliloquy about how Jalen Brunson should be MVP. Or at least start getting some love for it. He was going off on us national reporters saying that we don't give him enough love for it. I mean, it is December. We could talk about that
That's right.
April, but no,
right.
Mike's my boy. I definitely understand where he's coming from. He's always like fighting for his guys, and Brunson was awesome. Cat was great, but they, their starters, I think they scored like 90% of their points in this game, and the difference is, and Spike Lee, I talked to Spike, he mentioned it, he's like, we're using our bench now. So this is, I think, Spike Lee also, after the win, he put one finger up in the air. I'm like, oh, he really cares about this. Like, talked about being at the finals in the early 70s and all the greats. But, I think a year ago, OKC really used this platform to kind of like see what it's like on a very, very competitive level. A playoff-type level, and they lost, but they used it to gain some experience that I think helped them in the postseason, and SGA told me that this is an opportunity for the Knicks as well. I mean, obviously this isn't the finals, but I think it's a huge game for them and their franchise, and, hey, they could dust off, not dust off, they'll still have dust on those old flags, but at least be able to put something new up in MSG, right?
That's right. I mean, this season is a big opportunity for the New York Knicks, no doubt about it. How about this, Mark? We're some 25 games into the season. What have been your biggest takeaways in this young start to the NBA season?
I mean, OKC, and we're about to see them, obviously, it's just been absolutely incredible. I was around that Warriors team that went 73-9. But I think the difference is, like, through all these wins, the Thunder have still had some adversity, like Jalen Williams didn't start the season. Dort's missed games. Hartenstein's not playing right now. So you would think with, those losses, SGA didn't play Sunday, that there would be some roller coaster there. And other than that odd loss at Portland, where, I think they're blaming playing on Prime at 8 p.m. the night before on a back-to-back. They've been unstoppable, perfect, and their margin of victory right now is actually defeating what they did last year, and is the highest in NBA history so far.
Yeah, no doubt about it. In some ways, Mark, the Clippers have kind of funded this this OKC run. The Thunder have their pick in this coming draft, which could be the top pick in the draft, but considering this Clipper situation, 6-19, second worst in the West, characterize what's transpired for this organization thus far this season.
Pain.
Yeah.
Just a lot of pain and disappointment. And, you're also talking about a franchise that was in the Game 7 against Denver, right? I mean, like, they look like a potential NBA championship team. So, I had high expectations for this team, but, I think Miami's happy about what they did, helping them out and losing the great score that they lost. This cloud with the investigation, what happened with Chris Paul was embarrassing. Keep in mind that this is, with this investigation, this team is hosting the All-Star game, right? Like, I wonder if they want to give it back because, you know, you get the All-Star game to highlight your new arena and the beauty of your franchise and what they say in the early 90s, like the sink be shipping.
The ship be sinking.
Right? You got it. It's sinking right now, and it's sad right now, and they should be much better. And I'm really, really confused by the disarray of this team.
Yeah, that was the late great Michael Ray Richardson. You have a piece you written about Stephon Castle, who's by the way, buying some stock for Connecticut soccer programs. This is a player that in his young career thus far, averaging over 18 a game with the San Antonio. They struck gold with the 4th pick in the draft. What could you say about the impact he's had thus far in his young time in the pros?
I think he's one of the most underrated players in the league. You know, early on this season, you know, he carried the Spurs a lot. You know, Wemby's been out. De'Aaron Fox just got back. And he's missed some time, but he's been a shining star. People, if you're watching this, and I know you can't help but to watch Wemby, but watch him. He is a superb athlete, high riser, amazing defender. He plays on both ends. He wants to be on the all-defensive team. I just love him as a player, love him as a pickup for the Spurs. And they got a big 3, man, and we'll get to know a lot more about them tonight. And young kid Harper, man, he ain't no joke either.
There's no doubt about it. He comes up, by the way, 30 points, dominated the Lakers in L.A. without Wemby, so he has had some kind of impact. And so is Mark J. Spears, senior NBA writer from Anscape. Mark, we appreciate you giving us some time.
How did I say it? The ship be sinking? I messed it up?
You got it right.
Yeah, rest in peace, Sugar, man.
No doubt about it. Thanks, Mark.
Thank you.
All right, let's pause at 10 seconds for station identification. This is the 2025 Emirates NBA Cup semifinals on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app. Again, Oklahoma City out to a 24-1 start to this season. Obviously, best record in the league, coming off an NBA title, riding a 16-game winning streak. Their coach, Mark Daignault, with our Doris Burke, PJ Carlissimo, and Mark Kestisher.
Mark, I know how important the Cup was as a stepping stone last year for a younger team. How do you view this opportunity this time around?
Yeah, similar. I thought it really helped us last year. More so just the amount of noise around the game, such a different environment in the middle of the regular season. It's in ways it's very disruptive, but when we got to the conference finals and finals, it's similar, in terms of the open practices, the media attention, and I thought looking back on it, it was a great experience for us. So similar opportunity now. Obviously, it's an elevated feel because of what the NBA does to elevate it, and we need to understand that the games are going to come down to the same things, and that's really what you can learn by being in these environments.
Coach, I don't expect your total secret sauce yet to share with everybody else, but you're up three plus points offensively. You're almost 1.5 points defensively the other way, and you've had a slew of injuries. What things are you doing better, if in fact you are, compared to last year?
I think what it really comes down to is you can go right on down the list of guys. I think all the guys came back better, and I think that was a combination of some of them just being pre-prime players, to begin with. They're like younger players that are still improving, like Wallace or Mitchell or Holmgren. I think the experience of the playoffs, 23 games, is a significant amount of games, high-level games, and the confidence you gain from that, the wisdom you gain from that, certainly made individual guys better. And so I think that's what I'd bring it down to, is like the guys got better. Individual guys got better, and then we came together, and they continue to prioritize competing together. And I think when you add that together, that's, I do think we're a better team.
When we had you earlier in the year, one of the things you talked so much about, how kind of what you just alluded to, the individual improvement, what guys do in the offseason. They literally came back better. But I know at the same time when you sat down with your coaches at some point, and you weren't just saying, well, we don't have to change anything. We just won. There were things you wanted to change. What were an area or two where when you looked at last year's team, you said, we've got to do this better next year to improve?
Yeah, I think we try to audit, our season at the end of every year, and we really tried to have discipline in that process last year because, we won the championship, but we played 2 game sevens. We could have easily been eliminated had those games gone the other way. And so we really tried to look at it as if separate from the outcome and just the same process that we always go through, which is on both ends of the floor, where can we make improvements? A lot of it was offensively, and a lot of it's just like learning, number one, what attacks you're going to need in the biggest games of the season, how teams are going to continue to try to play us. And then number two, you kind of learn that there's certain things offensively that are relevant in those games and certain things that aren't. And continuing to try to build a system that's relevance can scale into the biggest games if you earn the opportunity to be in them.
Could you share what those things of relevance might be?
A lot of it's just like what you're running relative to who you have, and for us, we've got great attackers that teams try to really load up against. And so it's making it as difficult as possible to do that to us, to try to put the other team in as many dilemmas as possible. And a lot of that's just leveraging the personnel. But Holmgren is a dilemma. Jalen Williams is a dilemma. Shea's a dilemma. Guys like Mitchell are dilemmas. And then the secondary guys that aren't necessarily having plays run for them, their dilemmas when they shoot it freely, when they're more open when they shoot, and when they're making better decisions in those moments. And a great example of that is Dort. This year, when he drives the ball, he's in a top percentile in terms of his decision-making and finishing, which has never been the case in his career. He's always been a very good player, but that's always been an area that he could improve at. And so when he's making those types of secondary decisions, that's a dilemma for the defense because he helps us extend plays that otherwise hasn't been the case in the past. So those are specific examples.
Mark Daigneault, the head coach of the Oklahoma City Thunder, here at the Emirates NBA Cup in Las Vegas. You guys obviously now have a little more of a target on your back, being the reigning champs. There are a lot of teams in the West, some young teams like San Antonio, whom you're going to face. And with the chance of Victor Wembanyama being back for this game, what do you see on film from this young, youthful, very impressive San Antonio squad?
Yeah, impressive team. Impressive on both ends. With him on the court and without him on the court. They've played very well lately while he's been out. They play with great pace. They really put pressure on you with their driving. And then on the defensive end of the floor, they've got a nice combination of perimeter athleticism and rim protection. And so you could see them gaining confidence and gaining experience as they go here. And a team we certainly have a lot of respect for and we're going to really get to know here over the next couple of weeks because we not only have them tomorrow, but we've got them at their place and then on Christmas Day.
Thank you for your time as always, Coach. Appreciate it. Good luck.
Thank you, guys.
And don't forget, they made the NBA Cup Finals last year, losing to the Milwaukee Bucks. In the first semifinal, the Knicks were 132-120 winners over the Orlando Magic, backed by 40, a season high for Jalen Brunson, who joined George Sedano postgame.
Jalen, the first time out of this game, your coaching staff and you guys had a hard conversation about the level of physicality you needed to bring to this game. What were those conversations like?
Yeah, basically telling us to wake up. They came ready to play. And we had to fight back early. The physicality was on point, so we just had to respond.
And then offensively, you, Cat, OG, all shot nearly 60% in this one. Josh does what he does to impact the game. What does it say about the collective effort of this group at the moment?
We're going to find a way. And I think most importantly is how we respond in situations when we lose a lead or we're down a certain amount. But keeping our heads and finding a way to win the game.
You guys have now played these guys 4 times. How does that factor into the equation?
It's crazy. I think we're playing one more too. So, they know us, we know them. Whenever we play them, it's going to be a hard-fought battle. We got a lot of respect for those guys.
And then lastly, what does the rest of the night look like as there's another game here coming up and you'll face the winner?
Just see who we're playing next, rest and recover, and and I'll be ready to go for Tuesday.
Yeah, he'll find out soon enough. The Knicks, the first team into the NBA Cup final. Spurs and Thunder, second semifinal, with Oklahoma City riding a 16-game winning streak. For the call of San Antonio and OKC with Wemby back for the Spurs, we go back to Las Vegas with our team of George Sedano, Doris Burke, PJ Carlissimo, and Mark Kestisher.
Jim Basquill, thank you very much for taking us in between games. The Knicks already placing themselves in Tuesday night's championship game for the NBA Emirates Cup, so we know every member of the Knicks is going to have at least $212,000 coming their way. If you win the Cup, every member of the team gets $530,000. And the question now, Mr. Carlissimo and Ms. Burke, is whom will they face? Will it be the Spurs or the Oklahoma City Thunder, who over the last 82 games, which is the length of a regular season, so you go back to the last 82, 72-10. They are 24-1 to begin this season. Simply remarkable.
Well, you can't play much better than they're playing, but I don't know that the players feel that way yet. I remember early in my NBA coaching career when you faced Jordan's Bulls, it was a little bit different. I don't know yet if the players, when they get ready for OKC, said, like, this is a different team. I don't know if they're ready to put them on that stage yet. It's still relatively early in the year. It's the first time these two teams have met. Wemby's coming back after missing, 12 games in a row. Yep. I'm not taking anything away from where OKC is at right now, but I think there's still the elite teams in the league are going to want to find out. Now, they may not be too happy what they do find out, but I think they're going to go into the games a little bit more confident than people realize.
I'm surprised by that because the games I've watched with the Oklahoma City Thunder, they have been demoralizing to opponents. They set a record for differential in points a season ago. They've elevated that, Mark. And in this 16-game win streak, they're outscoring teams by over 20 points. Tonight, they bring back Isaiah Hartenstein. So they have the option to go double big. It gives you an extra excellent defender on the minutes Victor Wembanyama does play. He is not starting the basketball game, but this is a team that defensively swarms, and there has been incremental improvement almost across the board on the offensive end from their individual players.
Now, to your point, Victor Wembanyama, this will be his 130th game in the NBA, and the first time he'll come off the bench. George Sedano had a chance to work him out, to watch him work out pregame, George.
Yeah, Kessie, I did not work him out.
No,
I wanted to make sure the audience was aware of that.
I'd be worried about that if I were Mitch Johnson,
yeah,
I'll tell you that.
Agreed. No question about it, PJ. And I did see him work out. They worked a lot on his balance, really. They made him work on one leg and push him around so that way, once he jumps off that one leg, particularly the left leg, because that's where he had the calf strain, they wanted to make sure he had the right amount of power and strength and balance to go off that one particular leg. One other thing I was told, there's a potential, and again, don't hold me to this, that he may not even be the first guy off the bench because of what they want to see from him from a minutes perspective. So keep an eye on when he actually enters the game, guys.
That's a good point. And calf injuries, that's the stuff you don't want to think about right now in the NBA. But it sounded to me like he was ready to go a week ago. Medically, they've held him out, and they're
I'm very surprised, to be honest with you. It would have been an easy decision to just say, hey, let's wait. Even if we win this, let's wait till the cup is over, and let's bring him back at home in a less challenging game, let's say, which is anybody else in the league other than OKC.
And I think they're not starting, and George saying he may not be the first off the bench. Mitch made it extremely clear to us yesterday, Mark, that they have zero intention of trying to extend his minutes to beat an Oklahoma City team. This is, with the franchise, a long view here. They are going to protect this young man and his prodigious talents with everything they have as an organization.
And I'll tell you something else. He wants to play. That's a big part. That's a big part of the decision. There's a lot of guys that might not. Yeah. He wanted to play against these guys. After you sit out that long and you want to go against them, that tells you a little something about Victor.
That was pretty remarkable. The Spurs were 8-4 when he was injured. They went 9-3 over the 12 games that he missed. Let's give you the starting lineups for our second semifinal game. The San Antonio Spurs, 17-7 on the season, the 3 seed in the West in this NBA Emirates Cup. Right now they are 5th in the Western Conference standings, and indeed Victor Wembanyama will be coming off the bench. So De'Aaron Fox and Stephon Castle will be the starting backcourt. Devin Vassell and Harrison Barnes along the front line. 329th straight game played by Harrison Barnes, now 33 years of age, second only to Mikal Bridges for current longest streak. And Luke Cornett, 7'1" in the middle. For Oklahoma City, 24-1, matching the 15-16 Golden State Warriors, who in defense of their championship opened 24-0 before losing their first game, ended up with a 29-1 start, best in NBA history. And to Doris's point, first time all season long they will have their real starting lineup. And it goes like this: Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the reigning MVP in the backcourt with Lou Dort. Up front, Jalen Williams and Chet Holmgren, and Isaiah Hartenstein in the middle. It is Cornett and Holmgren to jump center. San Antonio wins it, and they'll bring it up from right to left. Spurs in their gray uniforms. San Antonio across the chest, numerals in black. And it's De'Aaron Fox attacking the defense in the middle. He is guarded by Dort, gets off a shot, missed. Offensive board, Cornett. Wheels, puts up a hook shot, missed it, and Hartenstein has the rebound. Oklahoma City in the bright orange uniforms. OKC across the chest in blue. Shea sends it to Dort. Left side three comes up short. Long rebound. Castle has it for the Spurs. Stephon Castle, the reigning rookie of the year, takes it deep, passes out to an open Barnes. Three-point shot, no good. And OKC has it on the weak side.
Harrison Barnes doesn't miss too many corner threes.
He's been outstanding all over that three-point line this year at 43%. SGA, skip pass to J-Dub, Jalen Williams, into the left corner, Dort, beats Hartenstein baseline, outside Holmgren for three, that's good, and our first points of the night.
I love Hartenstein as a passer, either at the free throw line or in that instance on the left block, and backfilled by Chet, really nicely done.
Chet shooting 40% from three this year. Here's Barnes off one leg, lefty puts it in.
DB, how much did the Knicks miss Isaiah Hartenstein?
Oh my goodness, the passing, the defense, rim protection, all of it.
SGA elbow jumper is pure, and the MVP has his first two. 5-2 OKC, just underway in Vegas, 90 seconds in. Castle right side, Barnes, catch and shoot three, another miss, and rebounded by Jalen Williams. Williams playing in only his seventh game of the season, lifts from three, off the mark to the left, tapped out by Cornett, and here come the Spurs. Down floor, Devin Vassell thought about attacking Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, gives it up to Castle on top. Stephon Castle dancing on the perimeter, down to the free throw line, down the lane, slips in the layup good.
Really nice move, went to the left side, shot it with the right. I thought he got fouled by Chet Holmgren, but a good finish.
Castle averaging 18 points a game. Here is J-Dub on the lift to the rim, and the alley-oop flush by Hartenstein.
Nice to have a secondary playmaker of the highest level. And Luke Cornett, excellent defender, but as a physical speed, that's going to be a challenge dealing with that.
7-4, Oklahoma City, 9:40 to go in the first. Fox works behind a screen, thought about a three, pass to Castle, corner right. As it passed, it was no look, but intercepted by Hartenstein. Down floor they go. Dort rising for three, and connecting from the left wing.
Nobody converts off turnovers better than OKC.
They crush you. 25 points per game off turnovers so far this season. 10-4, OKC. De'Aaron Fox, lefty three, top side, front rim and backboard miss, rebound Holmgren.
They've had good looks, San Antonio, from the three-point line. If they don't make their open threes, this is going to be a long night.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, tough baseline jumper's good. He was fading out of bounds, hit it, and it's 12-4 Thunder, timeout Spurs.
That is one of his most efficient spots on the floor. Baseline either side, but in particular right there, 15-17, that's his money shot.
Thunder 5 for 7 to open the game from the field, and San Antonio 0 for 3 from three-point range. Timeout, 9:01 to go. First quarter, Thunder with a 12-4 start against the Spurs, and you're listening to the Emirates NBA Cup semifinals on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Running a business? You know that slow phone systems and missed messages cost you opportunities. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, is the #1 business phone system that streamlines communication, helps teams collaborate seamlessly, and respond to customers 24/7 with their AI agent. Join over 90,000 businesses using Quo. Try it free, then get 20% off your first 6 months at quo.com/ESPN, quo.com/ESPN. They'll even port your existing numbers for free. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers.
This is Marshawn Lynch, a.k.a. Beast Mode. Mix and match players from any sport on Prize Picks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app. Available in 45 states, including California, Texas, Florida, and Georgia.
Download the Prize Picks app today and use code OT and get $50 instantly in site credits when you play $5. That's code OT on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly in site credits when you play $5. Win or lose, you'll get $50 in site credits for just playing. Guaranteed. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. You play for the win, not just on game day, every day. Channel that drive into your money. Robinhood puts you in control, all on one platform. You expect more from yourself. Expect more from your money. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Again, that's Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move.
If you're an HVAC technician and a call comes in, Grainger knows that you need a partner that helps you find the right product, fast and hassle-free. And you know that when the first problem of the day is a clanking blower motor, there's no need to break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product details, you're confident you'll soon have everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This is the Emirates NBA Cup on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
9:01 to go first quarter. Oklahoma City already out to a 12-4 lead over San Antonio. Mark Estes here, PJ Carlissimo, Doris Burke with you. And George Sedano, what were they saying behind the Spurs bench?
Well, Sean Sweeney, who is their lead assistant, defensive coordinator, basically went to the guys immediately when the huddle was formed and said, guys, we're letting Shea and Chet get to their comfort spots. We literally went over this. We can't let them have it that easy. And then Keldon Johnson was telling his guys, in guys' faces, saying, we got to respond right now. We got to take a stand at this moment, Kesty.
Yeah, and I don't think the problem is the shots they're getting offensively. They missed open looks. Defensively, without question, I could imagine Sean Sweeney and Mitch Johnson were not happy. But the looks they're getting offensively were fine. They just got to put the ball in the basket.
Shea already hitting jumpers from the elbow and the baseline falling. San Antonio with it. Out of the timeout. Aggressive defense by SGA on Cornette. Gives it up to Fox. Right side pass goes to Castle. Hops back beyond the arc. Shoots the three and doesn't even catch rim. Only catches court and out of bounds.
So they're 0 for 4. That was the first contested three they've had. They know that the priority for Oklahoma City is paint protection, that they're going to have to try to drive and get by and spray. So the 3 of the 4 looks, as PJ said, very good looks.
Yeah, but Stefan's like a 28% three-point shooter. I don't mind Harrison Barnes or De'Aaron Fox, the other guys shooting threes, but Steph Castle, that's a tough shot for him still.
Dort over to SGA, who dribbles on the three-point line with 5 to shoot. Goes to Dort, lifts for the rim. Hartenstein grabs it and flushes with a right hand. 9 straight OKC points.
Beautiful pass from Dort.
14-4 Thunder. Castle, tough dribble in traffic, turns and swatted by Hartenstein out of bounds. I mean, it looks like varsity versus JV right now.
It sure does. Second time Hartenstein's gotten behind Luke Cornette. I mentioned it. The speed's going to be a problem. And then Hartenstein is an excellent defender, Mark. I mean, just the area he can cover, the timing of his blocks, very solid.
Second year of a 3-year, $87 million contract for Isaiah Hartenstein. The club has his option for next year. Same with Lou Dort, but 2 big blue players for OKC.
Well, it was easy to say. It just didn't work out financially. The Knicks couldn't let him go. OKC cannot let this guy go. Hartenstein is too valuable.
Here's a shot by Vassell, missed. Dylan Harper, the outstanding number 2 overall pick at 19 years of age, checking in. SGA shoots a 3 over Cornette, missed it. Offensive rebound, Hartenstein. He sends it all the way to the top where Lou Dort collects. 7:52 to go in the first. Dort hops back. Harper gets right on him. Gives it up to Holmgren. 4 to shoot. Holmgren squares, shoots over Cornette, and it goes off the rim, no good. 7-footer versus 7-footer from the three-point line. 7:35 to go in the first. Harrison Barnes hops to the top, shoots a 3 off the back iron. Long rebound comes out to the Spurs. Into the corner, Harper. Dylan Harper, the rookie from Rutgers. Pass it on top to Vassell. Vassell dribbles against Holmgren, hops to his left, fades, and 15-footer knocks it home.
Tough shot. Chet Holmgren was all over him. He had a fade to make the shot. Harrison Barnes uncharacteristically 0 for 3 to start.
Only 3 for 12 for the Spurs. J-Dub passing to Hartenstein. He was cut off by Cornette. 14-6, OKC. Hartenstein's pass for Holmgren gets ripped away by San Antonio. Fox to Vassell for 3. Off the rim, no. Offensive rebound, Harper. He's 1-on-2 in the lane. Nowhere to go. Will pass to an open Barnes. Corner 3. Another miss. And a rebound by OKC.
Another contest by Isaiah Hartenstein. But that's enough space for Harrison to make that.
Spurs now 0 for 7 from three-point land. SGA hops to the baseline and nets the 15-footer.
That's to George's point. He's now hit a baseline jumper from either side. He went to that consistently en route to the championship.
16-6, Thunder in control. 6:25 to go in the first. Off the screen, Vassell's elbow jumper is good. Devin Vassell trying to get the Spurs back in it. 16-8, Thunder. 6:15, clock moving, opening quarter. Jalen Williams, J-Dub, works through the lane, stops on the right baseline. Outside they come to Hartenstein. Big man finds SGA down low, and the cut couldn't finish against Dylan Harper. Rebound Spurs.
Easiest shot he's had.
Fox trying to get through Dort. Outstanding defender. Passes out. Now Harper takes it. Layup over Hartenstein. High off the glass miss. Offensive rebound. Cornette to Vassell for 3. Missed it. Contested. Rebound to Thunderer there. And it's Holmgren who has it away from his teammate Hartenstein.
7 or 8 straight misses from 3 for the Spurs.
0 for 8 indeed to start this game. SGA on the drive, goes left hand, missed it, didn't get the call. Another offensive board. Hartenstein to Holmgren, who goes in hard, and he gets fouled. His attempt, as he went hard to the rim, didn't get close to it.
Hartenstein is down at the baseline. He had his hands on his shorts. He has played so hard in these minutes. He is huffing and puffing. It is one thing to be conditioned. It is another thing to be game conditioned. He's going out, little wry smile on his face. But I loved how hard he played in those minutes to start this game.
Yeah, it's a great point. He missed the last 6 games with a right calf strain. And you can see, yeah, you're right, the wry smile, because these guys are among the best trained athletes in the world. He looked like me going to that bench. He was out of breath.
When you miss time, it takes a while, even when you're playing every day, it takes you a while to get into game shape. We used to think it was into December before players were really starting to feel like it was game shape. You have no chance of being in game shape when you're not practicing or playing every day. And practice pretty much now doesn't even exist. So if you're not playing games, particularly a guy who's going to play 20, 25 minutes, you have no chance to be in condition.
Holmgren hit both free throws. Hartenstein, as we said, went out. Alex Caruso is in. 10-point Thunder lead. Harrison Barnes at the top. Falls fake in a drive. Getting by Holmgren. Puts it up off the window. Hugs the front rim and finally goes down.
Harrison Barnes actually paused on the three-point shot, which is hard to imagine, and put it on the floor.
18-10 Thunder. With the ball, 5 minutes to go in the first. Jalen Williams behind the back, escape dribble, sends it left side court. His three-pointer short. Dylan Harper the rebound.
Harper did a nice job defending J-Dub.
Dylan Harper driving against Dort. Double team, passes out to Castle. Quickly to Barnes. Left corner 3. In and out. They can't buy one. Rebounded by Dort. That's 0 for 9. Here's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander through contact. Blocked from behind. I think Harper might have got it. Loose ball. OKC keeps it. From the wing, pass to SGA. 4.5 left in the first. Wheels, takes the shot, and buries it over Harrison Barnes.
He held that ball about 4 seconds. Was looking for some options, but Harrison Barnes never got into his shooting space. That's a free throw line jumper.
8 points for the MVP.
J-Dub just took the ball away from Keldon Johnson.
10-point lead, Oklahoma City. 4:13 left in the first. Castle to Harper. Quick trigger 3, misses. Jalen Williams, easy rebound.
How good a shooter is Dylan Harper from 3?
27% on the year. Here's Williams, cut off by Keldon Johnson. Short jumper a miss. Holmgren tapped it. Got tapped from behind by Johnson. Spurs take it.
I have a feeling the coach thinks the wrong guys are shooting.
Here's Castle driving. Got deep. Goes to Keldon Johnson. He can shoot the 3. Misses that one from the corner and rebounded by the Thunder. That is 0 for 11 from three-point land for San Antonio. They are the number 7 by percentage three-point shooting team in the NBA coming into action tonight. SGA against Barnes. Hops to the right. Deep 2. Missed it. Castle has the board. Oklahoma City leading 20-10. Come the Spurs. 3.5 left first quarter. Castle had it poked away by J-Dub, and it's a 2-on-1. Jalen Williams right to the rack, finger rolls it in.
It's 2 times in 3 possessions. Jalen Williams just took the ball away from the Spurs offensive player.
Jalen Williams, who played the entire postseason through a torn wrist ligament, missed the first 19 games. 12-point Thunder lead. Harrison Barnes goes to Harper. Rookie back to Barnes. Contested 3. Deep. Missed that one. They're 0 for 12.
I have never seen Harrison Barnes miss this many consecutive 3-point shots.
He's 0 for 6 in his own right tonight. Dort fakes the 3. Drives the lane. Went for the dunk, and Champagnie blocked him. Ball caroms all the way to the backcourt where Oklahoma City retrieves. 2.5 minutes to go first quarter. SGA against Champagnie on the left. Passes down low for Dort. Knocked away by Keldon Johnson. Spurs look to run. Harper 1-on-3. Got fouled from behind with 2:26 to go here in the first.
Good call. This just shows you the other side of OKC because San Antonio's kind of tough in their defense. They're playing well. Doesn't matter. They're just doing it with deep. They can beat you with offense or they can beat you with defense.
Timeout here in Las Vegas. The 24-1 Oklahoma City Thunder out to a 22-10 lead over the Spurs, and with 2:26 to go first quarter. This is the Emirates NBA Cup semifinals on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Running out of time to find the perfect gift? Aura Frames makes it look like you planned it all along. Preload photos, add a message, and send it ready to display. A personal gift they'll love. For a limited time, save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off Aura's best-selling Carver mat frame using promo code SCORE. Don't forget to mention ESPN streaming at checkout. Now go win the holidays. Terms and conditions apply.
I like things my way. My coffee, my schedule, and my treatment. So I talked to my doctor about self-injecting with the Vyvgart Hytrulo pre-filled syringe, which contains efgartigimod alpha and hyaluronidase QVFC. It's injected under your skin, subcutaneously. It means I can inject in my space, on my time. It's my treatment, my way. Visit VyvgartMyWay.com. That's VYVGART myway.com. And talk to your doctor about Vyvgart Hytrulo. Brought to you by Argenix.
I'm Kiana, and I leveled up my business with Shopify. Once I figured out that Shopify was a thing, I never turned back. I can create a site with my eyes closed. Shopify thinks ahead of us, and it thinks about the customer more than anything. Every day I'm thinking about some other new business, but Shopify is doing it to me because it's so easy to use. It's like I can't stop. I'm addicted.
Start your free trial at Shopify.com.
Quick break. Tailgates are won before the food even hits the grill. That's why you need to go with Kingsford Original Charcoal. It lights fast, burns long, and brings that bold, smoky flavor every time. Since 1920, Kingsford's been the gold standard of grilling. If you're grilling for a crowd, it's the guaranteed way to get the W. Kingsford, the king of the tailgate. Get it today at the Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Compared to nationally available conventional charcoal in the USA.
Jim Basketball in our Granger studios. Reminding you, don't forget to log on to that NBA on ESPN Radio and X to vote in the AutoZone in the Zone poll question. Who is going to be in the zone for tonight's matchup? Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Chet Holmgren. Your choices on the Thunder end. De'Aaron Fox, Stephon Castle on the Spurs end. In the Zone brought to you by AutoZone. Get in the zone. AutoZone. First semifinal went to the way of the Knicks. 132-120 over the Magic, backed by a season-high 40 points from Jalen Brunson. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has 96 straight games of 20-plus points. 8 early points in this one. Thunder up 22-10. 2:26 left in the opening quarter. Back to George Sedano, Doris Burke, PJ Carlissimo, and Mark Castasher.
All right, Jim, thank you very much. And we're still on Wemby watch here, PJ and Doris. He was stretching over there, right, PJ, but still not in the game.
Yeah, no, he didn't take his top off, so I figured it wasn't. Harrison Barnes finally out. Hopefully he'll heat up if you're a Spurs fan. Julius Champagnie's been giving them very good minutes. He is capable of making some threes.
Had 16 points in the quarterfinal win over the Lakers. The inbound for the Spurs just beat the 5, and it was tapped out of bounds by Cason Wallace.
Very fortunate to get the ball in bounds.
Every inch of real estate contested with Oklahoma City. Every inch.
Now they get it in quickly to Luke Cornett on top, guarded by Jalen Williams, J-Will. J-Dub is on the bench for OKC. Here's Fox on the drive right into a double team. Spins, fades, and hits.
They've made 3 tough shots. He had to go over his opposite shoulder because Jalen Williams met him with Alex to give him some help. Tough shot.
22-12. Spurs still down 10. Pass to J-Will. His 3 circles the rim. Does not fall. Penny rebounds. Down floor, Fox tried to feed Cornette. Tipped away. Too many hands in the way. And how about a pass from Alex Caruso bouncing down the lane 40 feet right on time for the layup.
Number 1 in turnovers forced. Number 1 in points off turnovers.
Jason Wallace got the bucket there, 24-12. The lead is a dozen for OKC. Castle, catch and shoot 3. And there it is, finally, after 0 for 12.
You know, I'm looking to Doris's point. How about Mark Daigneault goes to the bench and brings in Cason Wallace, who leads the league in steals, and Alex Caruso, who's one of the best defenders in the league.
J-Will missing the 3 on top. Getting on the floor, Johnson. Keldon could not get it. It goes trickling out of bounds, and it'll stay with San Antonio. Or OKC, rather.
These are the waves of defenders. Like A.J. Mitchell is one of the substitutions. His growth, his leap from last year to this, incredible. He's probably amongst the most improved.
They are so deep, and guy A.J. Mitchell that most people hadn't even heard of last year filled in with all the injuries and filled in admirably. Off the inbound, SGA, another baseline hit from 17 feet.
I was just going to say, that's the way the play is designed to get him the ball on the baseline.
He's already got 10, and the lead is 11 now for Oklahoma City, 26-15. Keldon Johnson, minute to go in the quarter. Three-pointer good, back-to-back for San Antonio.
Now, he's had nights where he has hit early threes and given this team a lift.
Missed their first 12 from 3, have hit their last 2. 8-point lead, Thunder. Castle defending the MVP tight. Now the baseline drive off the pass, Mitchell. Opposite corner, Caruso missed a 3. San Antonio can bring it in transition. Here's Castle into the lane into a triple team. Spins and hits off the glass. What a play by Castle.
That is absurdly difficult, folks. Never had his eyes on the rim until he released it.
San Antonio down 6, but a three-pointer by Jalen Williams, the big man, J-Will, to put OKC up 9.
Well, listeners, don't feel bad that you didn't see Steph Castle's shot. You can see it on SportsCenter tonight.
It'll be on multiple times at the end of every hour. 29-20, OKC. 20 seconds to go first quarter. A 4 seconds difference on the shot clock. Castle works from on top. Caruso took it away from him, banged it off the foot of Castle, and Karam's out of bounds.
Yeah, Steph saying it was off him. He's wrong. It was a good defensive play by Alex Caruso, and Steph Castle lost it out of bounds.
4th San Antonio turnover, and now the last shot of the quarter belongs to OKC. 7 seconds to go. A.J. Mitchell behind the back dribble free throw line, leans in, got the whistle as his shot is no good. He went falling forward about 6 feet down the lane. 2.6 seconds to go in the first.
I think in all the times I've watched A.J. Mitchell play, the number of times I've seen him catch and hold without making a decision immediately, I can count on
very
one.
few.
He's a catch and attack guy.
Surprised the Spurs didn't foul. I thought they were going to take a foul as the clock was winding down. They did not take advantage of that opportunity.
Instead, A.J. Mitchell, the second-year man out of UC Santa Barbara, first of 2 free throws is good. While all the injuries were happening for Oklahoma City, and by the way, they've had plenty of them despite this 24-1 start. A.J. started 5 games in early November. Another great find by Sam Presti, the general manager of Oklahoma City.
Very rare that they miss badly on a draft pick.
Extremely rare as Mitchell hits both. 31-20 lead. Here's a three-quarter court heave by De'Aaron Fox. It sails over the backboard, and another double-digit lead by Oklahoma City after 1 quarter of play.
2 for 14 from the three-point line for the San Antonio Spurs.
Timeout. We go to the second quarter next, and our second semifinal from Vegas. Oklahoma City 31, San Antonio 20. This is the 2025 Emirates NBA Cup semis on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Hey, Ryan Reynolds here for Mint Mobile. You know, one of the perks about having 4 kids that you know about is actually getting a direct line to the big man up north. Mm-hmm. And this year, he wants you to know the best gift that you can give someone is the gift of Mint Mobile's unlimited wireless for $15 a month. Now, you don't even need to wrap it. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/save.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
Running a business? You know that slow phone systems and missed messages cost you opportunities. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, is the #1 business phone system that streamlines communication, helps teams collaborate seamlessly, and respond to customers 24/7 with their AI agent. Join over 90,000 businesses using Quo. Try it free, then get 20% off your first 6 months at quo.com/ESPN, QUO.com/ESPN. They'll even port your existing numbers for free. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers.
This is Marshawn Lynch, a.k.a. Beast Mode. Mix and match players from any sport on Prize Picks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app. Available in 45 states, including California, Texas, Florida, and Georgia.
Download the Prize Picks app today and use code OT and get $50 instantly in site credits when you play $5. That's code OT on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly in site credits when you play $5. Win or lose, you'll get $50 in site credits for just playing. Guaranteed. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. You play for the win, not just on game day, every day. Channel that drive into your money. Robinhood puts you in control, all on one platform. You expect more from yourself. Expect more from your money. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Again, that's Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move.
Listening to the Emirates NBA Cup on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
One quarter in the books. Our second semifinal from Las Vegas. Oklahoma City 31, San Antonio 20. Marquez Teixeira, PJ Carlissimo, Doris Burke, George Sedano with you. And we all kind of marveled when we got the note from our ESPN researchers. It is the 8th time Oklahoma City, this is game 26, by the way, the 8th time they've led by at least 10 points after one. And we all said, that's it? Only 8 times?
Only 8, yeah. It's unbelievable.
I mean, if you're San Antonio, you have to be somewhat pleased. This could be a lot worse, given how poorly you shot the three. You've got to stop the turnovers, PJ. That is death against Oklahoma City.
4 turnovers doesn't sound all that bad. It's not good, but it's not that bad. But 9 points off the turnovers. When you turn the ball over against this team, they convert. They're unbelievable in transition, particularly when they have numbers. Who's this big guy, Keston?
I don't know why everyone's getting excited, but Victor Wembanyama making his first appearance for the Spurs since you and I saw him. We did a cup game in San Antonio.
That's the last time he played against Golden State.
12 games ago. So I'm calling him 7'5" now. The 7'5" Frenchman is on the floor. OKC with the ball to start the second quarter. Aaron Wiggins on the floor for the first time. His first shot at 3 is a miss. Champagnie rebounds. So it will be Barnes, Fox, Harper, Champagnie, and Victor Wembanyama. Champagnie to the free throw line, over to Dylan Harper on the right. Drives to the post, shoots from 12, no good. Wembanyama, weak side tip-in for San Antonio.
He looks at the official like that should have been an N1. His increased upper body strength makes that possible.
That took a long time.
Welcome back, Victor. Took him 30 seconds. 31-22, OKC the lead. Jalen Williams, J-Dub, missed the layup against Harrison Barnes, and Victor Wembanyama has it. Over to Harper on top to Champagnie, catch and shoot 3, no good. Wemby gets the offensive rebound, 15 feet from the basket. Outside to Harper, rookie drills a 3, and the Spurs are coming back.
How about that immediate impact? Offensive rebound to a pitch for 3. So good.
31-25, OKC's lead down to 6. The only starter in the lineup for OKC right now, Jalen Williams, J-Dub. He's guarded by Fox on top. J-Dub dribbling, now to the free throw line, goes to Wiggins up high against Fox, 5 to shoot, lost it, Fox to steal. Now he loses the ball, but Harper saves it on the far side. Dylan Harper into the front court, turns on a 12-footer, puts it up, in and out, got his own miss, and got fouled on the way back up.
You can see the rust on Wemby. He's hardly doing anything. He's turned the game upside down in like a minute and a half.
Remarkable.
It's interesting. Neither Hartenstein or Chet on the floor when they came in with Wemby. They're staying with Jalen Williams, J-Will, at the 5 spot.
We got 2 Jalen Williamses on at the same time. If it wasn't a broadcaster's nightmare and a radio broadcaster's nightmare, now they're together as Dylan Harper hits the first of 2.
Remember you talked about Isaiah Hartenstein, how he was kind of sucking wind a little bit?
Yeah.
Take a look at number 1 there in the silver and black.
He's looking fairly spry, but it's been about, 3 weeks now? Is that what 12 games takes?
That was a while ago. It seems like a while ago we were in San Antonio.
Yeah, it was middle November. It's about a month ago. Here's Jalen Williams, J-Dub, 14-footer, good, so smooth for their
I was just
point.
going to say, he and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander never look like they're exerting themselves.
Yeah.
They get point to point so effortlessly, it seems.
Like a duck on water, right? 33-26, OKC. Barnes over the top to Wembanyama. Turns on a 15-footer, missed the jumper. Mitchell rebounds. A.J. Mitchell front court, right side to J-Dub. Gets by Wembanyama. Now fades against that long arm. Missed the shot and rebounded by Champagnie. Outlet half court to De'Aaron Fox with the Spurs down 7. They go to Wembanyama, double team. Passes out but turns it over. Cason Wallace the steal. Slings it over to Aaron Wiggins for 3 on the left. Missed it. And that's going to carry him to Wembanyama over in the far corner.
J-Dub is the guy guarding Wembanyama, and when he's posted up, he's fronting him and getting backside help.
Dylan Harper for 3, a miss. Loose ball to Harrison Barnes, who got fouled on his way up with 9:19 to go in the half.
Wemby couldn't get the rebound, but he knocked it loose. That's how it ended up in HB's hands right there. How about Cason Wallace, though? Immediately comes in. It was a poor pass by Victor, but still, another steal for him. You feel like you dodged a bullet anytime you turn it over and OKC doesn't score against you. You're like, wow, they didn't score that time.
Harrison Barnes will go to the line for San Antonio. You know, we talk about this 24-1 start for OKC as Barnes misses the first. Barnes was on that Golden State team that opened 29-1 and, of course, won his championship ring the year prior with the 2015 Golden State Warriors. Second, 2 misses by Harrison Barnes, 88% on the year.
He's out of sorts shooting.
Amen.
0 for 2 from the line, 0 for 6 from 3. OKC by 7, 9 minutes to go in the half. A.J. Mitchell start and stop, and now a whistle before the shot against Harper, who commits the personal foul.
Harper trying to say that A.J. Mitchell hooked his arm, but A.J.'s ability to use multiple moves to eventually get an angle and get 2 feet in the paint.
Dylan Harper, who missed 10 games with a left calf strain.
I'm liking Dylan Harper. He's working. He doesn't back down from people. He's working on defense. He's confident on offense.
And he got an NBA body at 19, doesn't he? Inbound to Mitchell, up top to J-Dub. 9 minutes to go in the half. 7 to shoot. Pass is tipped away by Wembanyama. He's 1-on-2, but he had it pickpocketed by A.J. Mitchell. Wemby never had firm control.
He should have given it up.
Over to Cason Wallace. Missed an open 3, and Barnes the long rebound. Flips it down floor to Wemby. There's like a magnet of 2 guys always to Wembanyama when he's got the ball. Got it now. J-Dub nearly picked him. It's loose. Wemby goes on the deck, comes up with it. Finds Champagnie in the corner, and he drills a 3 right in front of the OKC bench.
That's nice of Wemby to sit on the floor. That way he's the same size as everybody, and he gets an assist from on the floor.
They are trying to guard him small and get up in underneath him. Really good response.
Victor Wembanyama, 2 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists to open the second quarter, and San Antonio on the comeback trail. Down 4, timeout, 8:33 to go in the half. It's 33-29 Thunder, and you're listening to the Emirates NBA Cup semis on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football. It's a pepper thing.
If you're the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, you know having a trusted partner makes all the difference. That's why, hands down, you count on Grainger for auto reordering. With on-time restocks, your team will have the cut-resistant gloves they need at the start of their shift. And you can end your day knowing they've got safety well in hand. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Okay, guys, maybe we've had a few holiday gift fumbles in the past. I've been there. You've been there. We've all been there. Well, not this year. I've teamed up with the Books Company to bring you the holiday gift that hits every time. The Books Flower Subscription. Modern bouquets delivered fresh every month. And with my promo code Canty, you'll save 25%. Books flowers are fresh cut from the best farms, so you get bigger, brighter blooms that last way longer. Some are even grown on the side of a volcano. Think about that. No guessing sizes, no wrapping disasters. Just set it and forget it. She gets the bouquet monthly. You'll get all the credit. This is the best husband life hack that scores extra points every time. Starting at $48 plus free shipping, you can skip, cancel, or pause at any time. This is your no-stress guaranteed win. Go to Books.com and use my promo code Canty to get 25% off your first order. Go to Books.com, promo code Canty. That's BOUQS.com, promo code Canty.
Jim Basketball in our Granger studios. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the 2025 Emirates NBA Cup semifinals on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app. To say the Spurs were excited for Wemby's return, well, how about De'Aaron Fox?
I think guys are ready to play. Obviously, we've been missing Vic, and we want Vic back, but I do think we've been playing well. And I think what he does, we want him to obviously come out here and continue to be himself, but he just adds to what we've been doing, and I think he makes us better on both ends of the court.
Yeah, from down 11 to within 4, 33-29 OKC. We go back to Las Vegas, and Mark Kestisher.
George Sedano, a little bit of a wrecker. Wembanyama is in the game, and it looks like he is staying on the bench here. Coming out of this timeout, we'll get to George in a little bit later, but changes here. Obviously, Hartenstein and Holmgren back in for OKC.
Little cat and mouse by the coaches.
Yep.
Zone defense, it looks like, from San Antonio.
Hartenstein sends it outside. Alex Caruso has it, drives in the lane. Floater is good by Caruso.
Well, he's usually just a corner spot shooter or in the slot, but good attack of the closeout.
Mitch is probably disappointed Wemby didn't do enough.
I mentioned the 2 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 steals in 2 assists in 3.5 minutes.
And a steal.
Here's Champagnie for 3, a miss. San Antonio missed its first 12 from 3, then hit 4 out of 6 before that one came empty. OKC up 6, 7:50 to go in the half. A.J. Mitchell finds a spot and drains the 12-footer.
But another great screen by Hartenstein. He'll switch angles. He'll just keep working and get his teammate open.
Castle drives, attracts the D, pitches to Champagnie, missed the corner 3. Ball comes out to Dylan Harper. He's down on the baseline right, guarded by the taller Holmgren. Takes him deep, spins right, lays it. No, they're going to wave it off. Offensive foul on Harper. Holmgren went down and is still laying down and checking out his face.
Well, I tell you what, I thought that was a heck of a move. I got to see this.
Watching the prime replay.
No, I'm sorry, Jason Goldenberg. No, I don't like that call. That's a good offensive move.
Yeah, he was spinning.
It's a basketball play.
Right.
It's 100% true. Will they use a challenge?
The criteria for a flagrant foul.
So he's going to get a flagrant foul on it.
Yeah.
Oh, if that's a flagrant, that's ridiculous.
That's terrible.
Harper was spinning down the lane. He went to the right hand, and with that same basketball motion as he spun, the left arm was crooked at the elbow, and that elbow went right into the face of Holmgren.
It is contact above the neck, obviously, so that's one point
Meets
they look at. It
yeah.
does meet the criteria, but to me this is similar when a rebounder is so crowded and you don't give that rebounder a chance to turn and pivot.
Right?
Like
exactly.
that, it's just what PJ said. It's a basketball play.
It's a heck of a basketball move. I'm hoping Pat Frere's in the replay center. I hope Pat. Well, he's not going to make the final decision though on a flagrant. That'll be the guys here in the on the floor.
Our officials here for Game 2 is Sean Wright, Brian Forte, and Jason Goldenberg. That was Jason who had the call, right? In the
it was Jason who had the call. I could see it. I mean, you could show that call to 10 officials and say, all right, what is it, guys? I think you'd get 6 and 4. You'd get different opinions on that.
It looks like they took the headset off. Sean Wright see if he's going to address, or I think they gave him.
Dana won't let him use the microphone.
But they gave him where you can go frame by frame on your own. We're getting another look at the Amazon Prime replay. And they're going to go back to the headsets here. So maybe they were having some trouble connecting with Secaucus.
They're going to say he led with his left arm.
Yep.
And it's probably going to be a flagrant one and an offensive foul.
Would you have been fine with no personal foul, count the points, and a flagrant?
What I would have,
it would have wiped it out.
No. What I wouldn't have been fine. I would have been fined DD because I would have got a technical foul without question. We didn't have challenges in those days.
That's right.
That is great.
So a little delay here while the officials think they're having some technical issues with the camera work. Here comes Sean Wright.
There's no wind-up or impact on this play. The play will remain an offensive foul.
So just an offensive foul and nothing further.
And again, it was not challenged, so they weren't going to change the call. They were just seeing whether it rose to the level of a flagrant foul. But probably a good move by Mitch Johnson not challenging it. I don't know that they would have gone so far as to overturn it.
Clock showing 7:27 to go, second quarter. Thunder 37, San Antonio 29, and historic start to an NBA season for the reigning champion Thunder at 24-1. A.J. Mitchell looks to pass, instead shoots, misses the 15-foot elbow shot, and rebounded by the Spurs. OKC cooling off a bit from the field. Castle, a little bit out of control, passes back to Harper. Finds Johnson, and right next to him, Castle in the corner. Pass out is tipped by Cason Wallace, another OKC steal, and he scores on the other end.
It's Cason Wallace's third steal since he's been in the game, and the spacing was terrible. That's why they turned it over. The spacing was no good.
Ninth turnover, 13 points off those 9 San Antonio turns. Harper missed a 3, tapped out by Cornette, but controlled by OKC.
Well, Cornette's active. He gets his hand. If he doesn't get a rebound, at least tries to tip it back.
Hartenstein, little push shot good from 15 feet.
Another timeout right there by Mitch as they string together stops and scores yet again.
Mitch is disappointed. I don't want to say upset. He's disappointed in Stephon Castle. That was a bad, that turned him sideways right there. A little bit of a careless turnover. And again, how many times can we say it? You turn the ball over against OKC, forget about it.
You will pay. And that's 8 straight points for the Thunder, who have matched their largest lead, up 12. Timeout, Thunder 41, Spurs 29, and with 6:33 to go in the half. This is the 2025 Emirates NBA Cup semifinals on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Running out of time to find the perfect gift? Aura Frames makes it look like you planned it all along. Preload photos, add a message, and send it ready to display. A personal gift they'll love. For a limited time, save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off Aura's best-selling Carver mat frame using promo code SCORE. Don't forget to mention ESPN streaming at checkout. Now go win the holidays. Terms and conditions apply.
I like things my way, my coffee, my schedule, and my treatment. So I talked to my doctor about self-injecting with the Vyvgart Hytrulo prefilled syringe, which contains F-gartigimod alpha and hyaluronidase QVFC. It's injected under your skin, subcutaneously. It means I can inject in my space, on my time. It's my treatment, my way. Visit VyvgartMyWay.com. That's VYVGART MyWay.com. And talk to your doctor about Vyvgart Hytrulo. Brought to you by Argenix.
I'm Kiana, and I leveled up my business with Shopify. Once I figured out that Shopify was a thing, I never turned back. I can create a site with my eyes closed. Shopify thinks ahead of us, and it thinks about the customer more than anything. Every day I'm thinking about some other new business, but Shopify is doing it to me because it's so easy to use. It's like I can't stop. I'm addicted.
Start your free trial at Shopify.com.
Quick break. Want to make a big play on your next paint project? Go with Behr Marquee Interior Paint and Primer. Only at the Home Depot. With over 1,000 colors, exceptional hide, and advanced stain blocking, Behr Marquee is built to stand up to real life. No do-overs, no wasted weekends. Just bold color and a finish that holds strong. One coat coverage, no overtime. Behr Marquee. Only at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Valid only when tinted to colors from the Behr Marquee Interior One Coat Hide Collection.
This is the Emirates NBA Cup on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
41-29, Thunder leading San Antonio with 6:33 to go in the second quarter. Let's check in behind that Spurs bench. Here's George Sedano.
Kesty, in that last huddle, Justin Champagnie was talking to Stephon Castle about that pass that ended up in a turnover to Cason Wallace for the layup, and talked to him about how he has to make that particular pass. And then the coaching staff came over to Dylan Harper and Stephon Castle and said, guys, they're going under you in regards to allowing you to shoot. So we got to make sure we set flatter screens to allow our offense to work better in that situation.
It's so next level because not only do they turn you over and score on the other end, but they know how to manipulate the game. They're masters at that at a young age, this Oklahoma City team. And a little pressure from OKC as Spurs bring it up. Castle met by Caruso now backs off. 6:20 to go in the half. Castle goes to the crossover, pitches it out to Harper on the right. Harper driving into the lane. Tough 12-footer miss. Rebound comes out to Keldon Johnson, offensive board. Takes inside against Holmgren, who might have got a piece of the shot. Comes out to Keldon Johnson, though. Third opportunity for San Antonio. Castle on the perimeter, right-hand dribble free throw line into the lane, short jumper up, hugs the rim and goes down.
Well, they're doing a good job getting themselves extra possessions.
Yep.
Keldon Johnson, good crash from the wing.
Lead is down to 10. OKC still in front, 5:50 to go in the half. Hartenstein leaves it for Holmgren, sets him a screen, feeds Hartenstein rather. His jumper won't go from 14 feet, and he's slow to get up, Hartenstein. Here's Johnson on the other end. Goes to the right hand on the left side and missed it. A.J. Mitchell the rebound. Hartenstein laboring into the front court. They go to Wallace. Now to Hartenstein, who's going to look to pass on top. Gives it up to Chet. Holmgren dribbling. Free throw line. 14-footer missed. Went for his own miss. Couldn't get it. And a whistle and a foul is going to go against OKC.
There aren't too many teams that the 5 and the 4-man can kind of play pick and roll or one-on-one with each other.
I just was thinking the exact same thing on 2 possessions in a row. The last one, they empty one side and let those 2 guys work. And Isaiah makes a nice little bounce pass. How many guys can do that?
None. The great Big East minds, though, Providence and Seton Hall can do that. Can figure it for sure.
Well, that's what makes this team tick. Not only do they have the great core 3, but Hartenstein and others are superior players as glue guys as Castle misses a 3 for San Antonio. 4 for 22 from three-point land Spurs. Holmgren at 7 feet. Nifty dribble. Gets Cornette to bite, and the foul on Cornette, who got off his feet on the shot fake.
You know, during the first game, I don't know if we have the same listening audience. Obviously we don't. But Doris and I were talking about what an excellent defensive backcourt Jalen Suggs and Desmond Bane are. How about OKC's backcourt off the bench? Cason Wallace and Alex Caruso is one of the best defensive backcourts in the NBA.
Yeah.
And they don't even start.
And they don't start, and now they're coming back with Lou Dort, who was a first-team all-defensive a year ago.
What was J-Dub, second team when he was
exactly.
in there?
Our good friend Bob Valvano always likes to say it's an embarrassment of riches.
Yeah.
And Oklahoma City has it. As Holmgren pumps in 2 free throws to make it 43-31, back to that 12-point lead for the Thunder. Pass nearly stolen by Caruso. Castle's got it. Skips over to Vassell. Missing a 3. Caruso has a long rebound and heads the other way. Hits Holmgren on the stride. Right to the rack for the 2-hand slam.
I mean, Chet Holmgren's minutes have been sensational, both on the defensive and offensive end.
That gives OKC its largest lead of the first half, 45-31. They've scored 12 of the last 14.
It's time for Harrison Barnes or De'Aaron Fox to come alive for San Antonio.
Keldon Johnson trying to do it himself, dribbling through the lane, sends it out to Castle, over to Fox, sidestep 3 is short, long rebound to De'Aaron. He gets by Dort, little short jumper, missed it from the right, and secured rebound by OKC. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander back in the game with 4 minutes to go in the half. Drives on Vassell, 14-point Thunder lead. To Dort, bouncing it over left side Caruso. They work it around the horn to Dort. Lou lets it fly for 3, missed it. Long rebound Caruso, another OKC opportunity. He takes it to the rack and lays it in.
Another timeout, and it's one of those patented runs. The lead is now 15, and the waves of defenders and ball pressure and steals just keep coming.
how many different ways can they beat you? They can make threes. They beat you on the pick and roll. They score off turnovers. Now they're getting offensive rebounds. That's the one thing that is usually not part of their arsenal. This is not normally a good offensive rebounding team, probably because they don't miss shots. But their offensive rebound numbers are not very good. OKC, their second chance point numbers are not very good because they don't get that many opportunities.
16-point lead is the biggest for OKC. 47-31 over San Antonio. 3:52 to go in the half, and let's send it over to George Sedano.
Kesty, Victor Wembanyama was set to check in prior to this timeout. In the previous timeout, the OKC coaching staff addressed Isaiah Hartenstein and Chet Holmgren on how to potentially defend with Victor Wembanyama. You guys discussed later that there's been a bit of a cat and mouse game between the coaches, but if Victor does come in, there is a set plan on how to defend him. It looks like Hartenstein will get the first crack at him, not the long-standing rival of Chet Holmgren.
Yeah, Holmgren and Hartenstein were not on the floor, and Wemby a +7 in his 3.5 minutes. That's it. Everybody else, as you would expect, down 16 is a minus for San Antonio.
Yeah, I'm not so sure. Remember that play where Hartenstein ended up on his back? I think he might have tweaked it. I don't know whether it was his ankle or what it is. I don't want to speculate on an injury, but I don't think he came up as quickly as normally he would.
He did not, and he spent that entire last timeout, to be honest with you, and he's still over there working on it, hopping up and down on each ankle, like testing it out. So I think you're 100% right, DJ.
Wembanyama's back in. They have J-Dub trying to defend him down low. Harrison Barnes trying to get over the top, can't. Goes to Fox, penetrates the paint, sends it outside to Barnes. Barnes drives, gets a seam, got hammered by Holmgren, could not finish at the rim.
Second time Harrison Barnes has passed on a three to put the ball on the floor.
And is that a function of 0 for 6 as many years as he's been in the league?
Yes, but also in a sense, he was wide open and he got to the rim, so it's hard to fault him. Now, you better not miss both free throws because that's what happened the last time.
He's 0 for 2 tonight, 88% on the year, and the first one is perfect.
I am so intrigued that they are not putting Chet Holmgren on Victor Wembanyama, instead fronting him with J-Dub, and then there's always backside help with the low man. So fascinating little deal here by Mark Daigneault.
Second free throw good as well. 2 perfect free throws by Harrison Barnes. 5th and 6 points of the night. San Antonio still down 14. 3.5 left. First half from Vegas. Winner gets the Knicks Tuesday night for the Emirates NBA Cup. And the three-pointer missing from the wing by Wiggins.
Halfway down and it spun out.
Wemby trying to go coast to coast. Holmgren had him picked up here. Triple team comes, gives it up to Castle. Castle driving, pitch out, stolen. That's J-Dub with the steal in the passing lane. On the end line, Wiggins saves it to SGA, steps inside the arc, and drills the jumper. It's amazing he's not perfect from outside.
He's shooting jumpers, all jumpers at over 50%.
Wembanyama spinning, knocked down Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and a whistle. And that's going to be an offensive foul on Wemby.
Is Chet okay?
No, he twisted his ankle or he did something. Without question, it affected his leg. I'm waiting to see. He's going to go over to either Donnie Strack or Toby Otomo there on the OKC bench. See, it's his right shin. Yeah, it's his right leg. Some part of his right leg.
I think he got caught up in some friendly fire, too. I think Lou Dort was trying to cut over to Wembanyama, and they might have collided.
He's kind of rubbing his calf.
On the field or the court of play, Dort for 3 is a miss. Long rebound. Vassell has it for San Antonio. Spurs down 16. Can they cut into it? 2.5 to go in the half. Finding Fox into a triple team, ducks under and scores.
Their goal should be to get it like 10 or less at the half, and they'll be fine.
Right now they got it down to 14, 49-35. OKC the lead. Jalen Williams, J-Dub, drifts to his right and a whistle.
Foul.
Yeah. Setting the screen, Hartenstein.
Well, you know what happened? Actually, J-Dub caused that. Hartenstein set the screen. You talked about how he changed angles. He set the screen for him to go to the left. And when J-Dub came back the other way, the defender basically tripped over Isaiah Hartenstein. It wasn't Hartenstein's fault. It was J-Dub's.
There are different kinds of offensive fouls, and you're right. That was just bad timing. Here's Fox on top for San Antonio. He'll pull for 3, and it rattles home, and the Spurs get it down to 11.
Now you would expect your vets to make some shots and plays for you to try to get this thing close.
SGA cuts to the top, went up and came down, but didn't matter. They didn't call the travel, right? It looks like he turned it over on the pass out to the right.
Give Harrison Barnes credit. He challenged the three. I think Shea thought he was going to get it off cleanly.
Yep.
And the extra effort by Harrison makes that a travel.
5 turnovers for Oklahoma City. San Antonio's turned it 11 times in the first half.
If you're Mitch Johnson, you'd like to see one Harrison Barnes 3 before the half ends.
Fox drives deep, double team, fades away, got fouled, missed the shot, but can get a couple of freebies here. The clock stopped, minute 47 to go in the half. San Antonio already made one comeback when Wembanyama started the second quarter. Victor comes back in. I think his plus status is still looking good right now as they try to get it into single digits here with 2 Fox free throws.
Well, I'm going to climb right out on a limb and say they are better with Wembanyama on the floor than not.
That instant analysis is brought to you by.
Thank you.
Fox hit the first, one more coming. 10-point game, OKC, 49-39.
I apologize to Doris and Kesty. I got radios being turned off all over the place.
Fox missed the second free throw. Lead is 10 for OKC. SGA dribbles to the top, finds J-Dub on the left for 3. Off the side iron, no. Offensive rebound, Hartenstein. Flips it to J-Dub, pinned in the left corner. Gives it up to Hartenstein and back to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll dribble Vassell inside the arc. Back to the basket now. Spins, blocked by Vassell, and a loose ball foul on SGA.
Boy, Vassell, that is just sensational defense.
I love the way, outside of the first 4 minutes when they got blitzed, that the Spurs have not backed down and have challenged. But it doesn't matter. If you can't put the ball in the basket, you cannot get back in the game.
Well, let's be honest. We're all over the Spurs for missing quality threes. So has, Oklahoma City.
Three-point shooting is horrendous for both teams.
OKC is over the limit.
Matter of fact, who's shooting a higher percentage right now from 3?
You're right. San Antonio, 5 for 25, 20%. OKC, 3 for 17, 17%.
Wow.
Spurs are in the bonus. Vassell hit the first. Second one, good as well. And how about this? San Antonio's within 8. 49-41. They trailed by 16. They've cut it in half with 1:18 to go, second quarter.
Less than 10 at the half would be a very worthy goal.
Cason Wallace on the left, passes up top to J-Dub, directing traffic from the top against the rookie Harper. Behind the back, Harper stays in front, cuts him off free throw line. J-Dub tries to get around, shot not there. Hartenstein tried to guide it. It's a loose ball and picked up by the Spurs.
We have numbers.
Harper drives, Harper up and under, takes it to the rim and lays it in.
We're talking about Oklahoma City's defense. I'll tell you what, you're seeing some grit and some toughness and some pressure being exerted by the Spurs as well.
10 straight Spurs points after they were down 16. 40 seconds to go in the half. Good half-court defense here by Fox against J-Dub. Gets by him, picked up by Barnes. 6 to shoot. Fadeaway elbow jumper missed. Vassell's got it. Crowd coming alive in Vegas with the Spurs on a 10-0 run.
Well, they just want to see a game, there's no question, but you got to take your hats off to the way the Spurs have played.
Wembanyama, standing dribble, tells his teammates, slow it down here. 10 to shoot, 17 seconds to go in the half. He's going to pull from 3, and he hits it! Welcome back, Wemby! 13 straight points by the Spurs. 10 seconds to go in the half. OKC's lead down to 3. They had a foul to give San Antonio, and Fox takes it at half court with 8 seconds left in the half.
I'll tell you what a response by a young Spurs team. They forced J-Dub into a tough shot. It took multiple moves to get by. The perimeter pressure being applied by these Spurs guards, and then the rim protection of Wemby. And how about that 3? What a sequence.
If you love plus minus, Wemby is plus 20 in 7 minutes on the floor.
Spike is relocated. He was sitting over here. Now he's sitting next to the Spurs bench. He wants to be an assistant for 2 teams.
Inbound to Mitchell. 5 seconds to go. He's pinned baseline. Finds it open. Hartenstein push shot. No. And the half ends with the Spurs closing on a 13-0 run. We got a ball game here at halftime.
Well, we also might have. We're all jumping way ahead, which we should. We also might have a little more competitive Western Conference than everybody thinks.
How about that? The first half for the Oklahoma City Thunder, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander leads with 12 points, and Victor Wembanyama off the bench for the first time in his career 5 points, 5 rebounds, an assist, a steal, a big 3, and a plus 20 in 7 minutes. We're at the half here with Oklahoma City's lead, 116 down to 3. Thunder 49, Spurs 46. Let's turn it over to Jim Basquill in the studio with the AutoZone halftime report.
All right, Kesty, thanks so much. To say Wemby had an impact on that game is an understatement. 26-18. Spurs outscored them in the second quarter to get to within 3 at the break, including that 13-0 run to close the half. The NBA halftime show on ESPN Radio is presented by AutoZone. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Coming up next in the AutoZone halftime report, we'll look back at the first semifinal offering the Knicks and Magic. This is the 2025 Emirates NBA Cup semifinals on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
This is Marshawn Lynch, a.k.a. Beast Mode. Mix and match players from any sport on Prize Picks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app. Available in 45 states, including California, Texas, Florida, and Georgia.
Download the Prize Picks app today and use code OT and get $50 instantly in site credits when you play $5. That's code OT on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly in site credits when you play $5. Win or lose, you'll get $50 in site credits for just playing. Guaranteed. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Running a business? You know that slow phone systems and missed messages cost you opportunities. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, is the #1 business phone system that streamlines communication, helps teams collaborate seamlessly, and respond to customers 24/7 with their AI agent. Join over 90,000 businesses using Quo. Try it free, then get 20% off your first 6 months at quo.com/ESPN, QUO.com/ESPN. They'll even port your existing numbers for free. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. You play for the win, not just on game day, every day. Channel that drive into your money. Robinhood puts you in control, all on one platform. You expect more from yourself. Expect more from your money. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Again, that's Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move.
Hey, Ryan Reynolds here, wishing you a very happy half-off holiday, because right now Mint Mobile is offering you the gift of 50% off unlimited. To be clear, that's half price, not half the service. And Mint is still premium unlimited wireless for a great price. So that means a half day, yeah? Give it a try at mintmobile.com/save.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
You're listening to the Emirates NBA Cup on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Jim Basquill back on the AutoZone halftime report with the Spurs with a 13-0 run or within 3 at the break. Oklahoma City leading this one 49-46. First semifinal offering the Knicks and Magic. This was a game of runs. First run came from New York, start of the second quarter.
OG second Knick in double figures. They're down 2. Here's a shot from Bain, missed. Towns the rebound, quick outlet Kola. Down floor to Hart. Hart Euros, puts it up, puts it in. Knicks take the lead. And a steal by Bridges right on top under the baseline. He scores it, and a quick timeout called by Jamal Mosley.
Yeah, those two scores sandwiched around a turnover, part of a 9-0 run. Knicks up double digits, third quarter. Orlando made theirs.
Towns missed the 3. Bain on the other end in a blink of an eye scores, and the Magic, once down 10, have taken the lead. Timeout New York.
And Bain is just going to the cup with bad intentions, and he stopped at half court, and with like a grin on his face and a little bit of like nasty, okay guys, I am coming at you. What a run. What a tough response from Orlando here.
Yeah, that was a 16-4 run for them to grab the top side of the scoreboard, 87-85 at fourth quarter. New York counterpunch.
Bain has it against Bridges, put it up, missed it. Tap, loose ball, Knicks come away with it. Down floor for Anunoby. Recovers, steadies, and throws it down with 2 hands, and Orlando calls for a timeout.
Jamal Mosley's really upset, and he should be. Really poor offense led to the transition. Good look ahead by Tyler Kolek.
Indeed, and they were led by this guy. That 19-6 run had New York back up double digits, icing on the cake courtesy of Jalen Brunson.
Brunson, a season-high 38 points. Works against the rookie Jason Richardson. Takes him to the three-point line. Tip of the circle. Rocks back. Fires and hits. 40 40 points for Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, season high 40 points. And the Knicks 132-120 win over the Magic. Karl Anthony Towns, 9 of 11 from the floor, 29 points, 8 rebounds, had this post game.
I just think that, when you're playing a great team and you know what they do so well, you got to either match it or exceed it. And their physicality and their pace is something that makes them special. And we knew coming into this game that we needed to be physical. We needed to match their pace. We needed to slow them down on their fast breaks. And I thought we did a great job tonight of, like I said, out there playing Knicks basketball, causing turnovers, utilizing transition points.
Brunson post game with the New York Knicks getting their 18th win with George Sedano.
Jalen, the first time out of this game, your coaching staff and you guys had a hard conversation about the level of physicality you needed to bring to this game. What were those conversations like?
Yeah, basically telling us to wake up. They came ready to play, and we had to fight back early. The physicality was on point, so we just had to respond.
And they did indeed, fueled by Jalen Brunson. Takes us to today's trivia. Again, Victor Wembanyama, Rookie of the Year in 2024. Stephon Castle in 2025. Back-to-back Rookies of the Years for the Spurs. Today's trivia brought to you by Dr. Pepper. Last team to have back-to-back Rookie of the Year winners in the NBA was what franchise and when? Trivia brought to you by Dr. Pepper. It ain't college football season without the delicious taste of an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. College football, it's a pepper thing. Coming up next in the AutoZone Halftime Report, we'll take a look at the first half from Vegas in a three-point affair. You're listening to the 2025 Emirates NBA Cup semifinals on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Running out of time to find the perfect gift? Aura Frames makes it look like you planned it all along. Preload photos, add a message, and send it ready to display. A personal gift they'll love. For a limited time, save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off Aura's best-selling Carver mat frame using promo code SCORE. Don't forget to mention ESPN streaming at checkout. Now go win the holidays. Terms and conditions apply.
What would you do if your online store converted 36% more shoppers? You could take 36% more vacation.
Another pina colada? Yes, please.
Open a new retail location with 36% more square feet.
Fantastic.
Hire 36% more help.
You're hired and you're hired.
Shopify has the world's best converting checkout, up to 36% better than other e-commerce platforms. What you do with those extra sales is up to you. Switch to Shopify today at shopify.com/streaming and get a $1 trial. Shopify.com/streaming.
If you're an HVAC technician and a call comes in, Grainger knows that you need a partner that helps you find the right product, fast and hassle-free. And you know that when the first problem of the day is a clanking blower motor, there's no need to break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product details, you're confident you'll soon have everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I like things my way. My coffee, my schedule, and my treatment. So I talked to my doctor about self-injecting with the Vyvgart Hytrulo prefilled syringe, which contains Efgartigimod alpha and hyaluronidase QVFC. It's injected under your skin, subcutaneously. It means I can inject in my space, on my time. It's my treatment, my way. Visit VyvgartMyWay.com. That's VYVGART MyWay.com. And talk to your doctor about Vyvgart Hytrulo. Brought to you by Argenix.
Okay, guys, maybe we've had a few holiday gift fumbles in the past. I've been there. You've been there. We've all been there. Well, not this year. I've teamed up with the Books Company to bring you the holiday gift that hits every time. The Books Flower Subscription. Modern bouquets delivered fresh every month. And with my promo code Canty, you'll save 25%. Books flowers are fresh cut from the best farms, so you get bigger, brighter blooms that last way longer. Some are even grown on the side of a volcano. Think about that. No guessing sizes, no wrapping disasters. Just set it and forget it. She gets the bouquet monthly. You'll get all the credit. This is the best husband life hack that scores extra points every time. Starting at $48 plus free shipping, you can skip, cancel, or pause at any time. This is your no-stress guaranteed win. Go to Books.com and use my promo code Canty to get 25% off your first order. Go to Books.com, promo code Canty. That's BOUQS.com, promo code Canty.
This is the Emirates NBA Cup on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Jim Basketball back on the AutoZone halftime report. We mentioned at the outset OKC came into this game at 24-1, riding a 16-game winning streak. They were up 11 after 1. Victor Wembanyama entered the game start of the second quarter, and to say he had an impact, yeah, that's an understatement.
Wembanyama, standing dribble, tells his teammates, slow it down here. 10 to shoot, 17 seconds to go in the half. He's going to pull from 30, and he hits it! Welcome back, Wemby! 13 straight points by the Spurs.
And kept a 13-0 run to end the opening half, and we have ourselves a game at 49-46. Thunder leading it halfway through. Coming up next on the AutoZone halftime report, the second half from Vegas. Spurs and Thunder. This is the 2025 Emirates NBA Cup semifinals on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the weather first, before wearing face paint to the game.
Bro, your Go Cats is dripping into your nachos.
Oh, and now paint is in my eyes.
Interception! Did you see that?
No.
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first and see what you could save. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Too much on your list this season? Get 50% off your first 6 months of payroll at gusto.com/small business. Gusto saves you 2 days every month on payroll, taxes, and compliance. So you can go from making payroll to making gingerbread houses, checking your books to decking the halls, spreadsheets to snow angels. Switch before the end of the year and there's no need to transfer payroll history. Now that's a reason to be merry. Choose a future with Gusto and get more time for what matters. For a limited time, get 50% off your first 6 months at gusto.com/small business.
Which teams are making moves and which teams need to just flat out move? Your Saturday means I'm locked in and ready for First Take right here, Monday, 10 a.m. Eastern on ESPN.
Sunday on ABC, it's a women's basketball showdown featuring a Lone Star State rivalry.
Always a charged-up atmosphere when these two schools meet.
Top 10 scorer Talia Scott and number 13 Baylor.
Talia Scott, she has been red hot.
Take on Madison Booker and number 2 Texas.
She is a dynamite offensive player.
The Sprouts Farmers Market ESPN W Invitational. Number 13 Baylor versus number 2 Texas. Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern on ABC and streaming on the ESPN app.
Football Sunday on ESPN Radio.
Sanders gonna run it. Still on his feet. Still running.
Shedeur, Myles Garrett, and the Cleveland Browns head to Soldier Field to face Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears. Coverage begins tomorrow at noon Eastern with kickoff at 1 Eastern on ESPN Radio. Listening to the Emirates NBA Cup on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Jim Basketball back on the AutoZone halftime report. After missing 12 games with a calf injury, Victor Wembanyama entered this game, started the second quarter. San Antonio was a plus 20 with him on the floor. His three capped a 13-0 run to end the half, and we have a game. Oklahoma City up 49-46. Start of the third quarter from Las Vegas with George Sedano, Doris Burke, PJ Carlissimo, and Mark Kestisher.
Appreciate it, Jim. And yes, we called on our statistician, Deluxe, and he said, yes, PJ, plus 20 in 7 minutes. That good.
It's good?
That's good. However, in 7 minutes and 19 seconds, we don't know what the limitation of minutes is for Wemby. But whatever they have left, they need all of it, San Antonio.
Amen. Harrison Barnes, I'll regret saying this, cannot shoot the ball like that again. Harrison Barnes makes some threes. We may have a good basketball game here.
And Doris, OKC, as good as they've had the lead, as many as 16, The three-point shooting has been horrific tonight.
For both teams, a combined 9 for 40.
Terrible.
9 for 43. What impressed me the most, though, was there was turnovers, there was multiple runs. You go down 15, 16 points, but they responded. This young group of guards, Stephon Castle, Dylan Harper, they're going nowhere. They are here to compete tonight.
They held OKC to 18 points in the second quarter.
Winner will get the Knicks Tuesday night in the championship here in Vegas. OKC, the first cracked third quarter, going to our left. SGA beats Hartenstein, the high lofted runner, no good, and rebounded by San Antonio. Both starting fives on the floor. Stephon Castle leading at the point, finds Harrison Barnes 0 for 6 first half from 3. Out on the perimeter, finds Devin Vassell. Nice no-look down low. Patient Cornette, and he puts it in.
Nice first play of the second half. Mitch Johnson gets the assist with Devin Vassell.
15 straight points for the Spurs. They are down 1. 49-48. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander probes the free throw line, dribbles down to the baseline, on top to Holmgren. Chet guarded by Barnes. Hesitation move, drives, lefty layup, good.
Oh, come on, that's stupid good. He's all left hand. He's weak-handing that move.
How about Victor and Chet, the things they do with the ball?
At that size,
incredible.
Amazing. Harrison Barnes, 3, misses out of the left corner and trails out of bounds to OKC.
I give J-Dub a nod that time. That shot was well pressured. It was a little bit of a tough 3. Jalen Williams with a good job, but again, Harrison Barnes from the corner is usually automatic.
Had a career high 43% last year. He was 43 coming in. He's 0 for 7. Two-man game. The lob from Holmgren to Hartenstein, tipped out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by OKC.
Big-to-big screening action into a lob, but really excellent positioning. Luke Cornette is between both, and he's playing cat and mouse, and he makes the right play.
De'Aaron Fox, front court, leaves for Barnes. Barnes holding, passing Vassell. Drives from the three-point line to the elbow. Got the foul from SGA, and his shot nearly fell. That's 3 fouls on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Very heady play by Devin Vassell. I'm not sure he was going to shoot it, but as soon as he got SGA up in the air, he took the shot. Really, really smart play.
Devin Vassell will go to the free throw line. 90 seconds into this third quarter. Vassell just 2 for 6 shooting in the first half for 6 points. That's 7 now as he hits the first of 2.
Kesty, I didn't ask you when we did the Golden State San Antonio game because I didn't think you had the expertise in this area that Doris does. Doris, do you think I should get my hair done the way Stephon and Devin Vassell is?
I think you can pull that off.
Yeah, thank you.
It's the rare person of your demographic who could.
Thank you.
Both free throws good by Vassell. If you had asked me in like 1980, I might have had a chance to give you some advice. J-Dub, free throw line fade is a miss. Rebound, San Antonio. They got a chance to take the lead here.
J-Dub is struggling to finish.
Vassell contested deep jumper is a miss and rebounded by J-Dub. Jalen Williams will dribble it across the timeline. 3 on the left side, cuts across the free throw line. They work it to Holmgren. Chet, all 7'1" with a good handle. Dribbling against Castle. Stop, pass out. Here's Dort going to the left hand. Drives down the lane. Finds Hartenstein at the cup for the jam.
It's the second time Dort has been forced to make a play under duress of the clock. Gets deep penetration for a dump ball.
Mark Daigneault told us that yesterday. That's the area where he thought that Lou Dort had improved the most, his decision-making when he gets into the rim.
De'Aaron Fox with a layup for San Antonio to get him back within 1. 53-52 OKC. 9:20 left in the third. SGA probes the paint. Outside to J-Dub for 3. Splashes it home to put OKC up 4.
I got to think in a strange way, the OKC players are almost relishing this. Like, hey, we got a game tonight.
That's right. It'll look like they were on their way to another 20-point lead. Here's Castle hitting a 3 straight on. Spurs back within 1.
I'd say both teams are relishing this game to this point.
With an opportunity to get to the championship of the NBA Cup. Turnover, J-Dub turned it over. Fox driving, Fox laying it in, and San Antonio has its first lead of the night.
Tell you what, their defensive pressure, they have prided themselves on applying equal pressure back.
Down as many as 16 late in the first half. Spurs lead by 1. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander pass is intercepted by Cornette down low. Oklahoma City running the other way, and a whistle as Castle was making his way across half court. That was the near side official.
That could have been a
Goldenberg.
transition take 5,
Yeah.
and the ball wasn't involved.
Mitch Johnson is really upset over in front of the Spurs bench.
It would have been a strange one. It was about 6 players ahead of them. But, I mean, he actually stopped him from running.
Dort with his second foul. Inbound to De'Aaron Fox. 8:20 left in the third. Fox driving, floating, good. San Antonio leads by 3.
That's 2 plays in a row where in transition he took the angle on Chet, and that time just gets right where he wants to go, below the free throw line.
SGA pulls for 3 on top, missed it. Long offensive rebound, but Fox took it away from Hartenstein. San Antonio running. Here's Barnes, got deep, passed it out. Vassell for 3, in and out, and back in again. Everything going down for the San Antonio Spurs, and a timeout taken by the Thunder.
You got to love the fact it's almost 2 different teams. The team when Victor's on the floor, and maybe this team that played 12 games without Victor, and they've got a ton of confidence themselves.
It's the first time the non-Victor team has put up some points in the plus category, and right now they're on a 29-7 run since being down 16 points. Timeout with the Spurs up 6 on OKC, 62-56. With 7:56 to go in the third, you're listening to the Emirates NBA Cup semifinals on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
This is Marshawn Lynch, a.k.a. Beast Mode. Mix and match players from any sport on Prize Picks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app. Available in 45 states, including California, Texas, Florida, and Georgia.
Download the Prize Picks app today and use code OT. Get $50 instantly in site credits when you play $5. That's code OT on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly in site credits when you play $5. Win or lose, you'll get $50 in site credits for just playing. Guaranteed. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Running a business? You know that slow phone systems and missed messages cost you opportunities. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, is the #1 business phone system that streamlines communication, helps teams collaborate seamlessly, and respond to customers 24/7 with their AI agent. Join over 90,000 businesses using Quo. Try it free, then get 20% off your first 6 months at quo.com/ESPN, QUO.com/ESPN. They'll even port your existing numbers for free. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. You play for the win, not just on game day, every day. Channel that drive into your money. Robinhood puts you in control, all on one platform. You expect more from yourself. Expect more from your money. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Again, that's Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move.
Hey, Ryan Reynolds here. Wishing you a very happy half-off holiday, because right now Mint Mobile is offering you the gift of 50% off unlimited. To be clear, that's half price, not half the service. Mint is still premium unlimited wireless for a great price. So that means a half day. Yeah? Give it a try at mintmobile.com/save.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
This is the Emirates NBA Cup on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Wow, what a turnaround for San Antonio. Spurs 62, Thunder 56, 7:56 to go in the third. Mark Kestisher, PJ Carlissimo, Doris Burke with you. And George Sedano, what are the Thunder saying in that timeout?
Kesty, every one of the guys in uniform who are in the game right now spoke in that huddle, but the guy whose voice was the loudest and the most profound was Alex Caruso. He told the guys, we can't let these guys keep just going downhill on us, okay? Forget the big lights that you see here. The heck with all that. Just focus on what we do. Play defense the way we're supposed to, and we can get this game back in our favor.
And Doris, you love the way San Antonio's playing right now.
You have to be willing to play as hard for as long, and this defense from San Antonio has been spectacular.
Well, they went +9 without Wemby, and now Wemby's on the floor for San Antonio. OKC with it. Cason Wallace shovels to SGA on the perimeter. 8 to shoot. Gilgeous-Alexander glides to the basket and scores it.
MVP stepping up as he should. DB, our bench defensive backcourts on the floor, Cason Wallace and Alex Caruso.
Yeah, that's right.
And they are pests on their way to a championship last year. They go over the top to Wemby. Got fouled as he was passing to Castle down low. Wemby with that sleeve on his right arm and had to regather it as it got pulled down a bit.
They're taking Hartenstein off the floor when Wemby's on, and they're guarding him small. Alex Caruso ended up with him on the post, but it's Jalen Williams again checking him.
Alex Caruso has that Tim Duncan gene, which you probably wouldn't recognize. They've never committed a foul, either one. Every time they get called for a foul, they just look at the ref and shake their head. No, I didn't foul him.
Wemby throws a 100-mile-an-hour fastball on a skip to Vassell and a foul on Cason Wallace. Holy mackerel, did you see the velocity of that?
Yeah. Unbelievable.
That's 14 fouls against OKC here to 0 for San Antonio in the quarter. Second on Wallace. Inbound to Barnes, coming up on 7 minutes to go in the third. 4-point Spurs lead. Barnes to Castle on the left. J-Dub defending. Another skip pass, this time Vassell. Catch and shoot three is a miss and rebounded by Caruso. Alex into the front court to the three-point line, passes out to Holmgren. Chet has Castle defending. Turns his back, gets inside the arc, bumping, grinding, passing to Wallace. Left corner three, missed everything, just caught a little nylon. Wemby's got it, feeds Fox, now gets the cutting Castle and slips it up and in.
San Antonio's kind of doing the same thing to Holmgren. They're guarding him small also because he's so perimeter-oriented.
64-58 San Antonio. This was the quick ball-moving offense we saw against the Lakers in the quarterfinals. Pass to Holmgren, defended tightly, missed the shot. Nice job by Castle defending. Wembanyama ball handling down the lane, losing his balance, tried to pass and turned it over. Down floor, Holmgren. Euros against Castle, drew the foul by Castle as the ball trickled out of bounds.
Well, we have a 7-5 player leading the fast break one way, and he got himself in trouble, Victor Wembanyama. And then we have, how big is Chet? 7-3, leading the fast break the other way. But he didn't turn it over.
That'll put Chet Holmgren to the free throw line with 6:08 to play in the third. Oklahoma City looked like they were on their way to one of their many routes they've had this year off to this 24-1 start. They led by 16 points with 3 minutes to go in the half. San Antonio wiped that out. They had a lead as big as 6, now cut to 5 as Holmgren hits the first of 2.
Well, you can give me Castle any day of the week as a competitor. His desire to get downhill, to finish against size or in traffic, he is tough.
How about the draft picks they've had, right? As Holmgren hits the first 2 back-to-back rookies of the year with Wemby and Castle. They didn't get to make the first selection. They had the second pick. Cooper Flagg went to Dallas, and they're very happy with Dylan Harper, the number 2 pick, who's ball handling right now. Harper driving, Harper laying it up, went to the left hand and put it in.
Cooper Flagg's got a head start, but don't count Dylan Harper out yet.
66-60 San Antonio. 5:45 to go in the third. SGA three-pointer good over the outstretched arm of Harper.
It's a hard dribble at the defender into a pullback, drag your foot back, and he got enough separation. His confidence from three is at an all-time high.
45% coming in. Here's Wemby, going to attack the rim, had it poked away. 3 defenders crashing on him. Down the other end, SGA stops, puts it up and in.
It's not fair. You can't guard SGA to begin with, and now he's knocking threes down with confidence.
Ball knocked out of bounds. They say last touch by Holmgren, but he's shouting to the bench, twirling his fingers. They take a look at it.
Might be too early.
It'll be Spurs ball pending any challenge. And Mark Daigneault, he's going to challenge it. They saw something behind the bench there, and Daigneault will take a timeout and use his challenge here with 5:16 to go in the third.
Is the backboard going to light up green again?
Yes, it is. There it is on cue. Only in Vegas. The backboard lights up. The 2 shot clocks on each side light up. And we have a challenge by the Oklahoma City Thunders. We step away. 1-point game, 5:16 to go in the third. It's the Spurs 66, the Thunder 65. And this is the Emirates NBA Cup semis on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
If you're the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, you know having a trusted partner makes all the difference. That's why, hands down, you count on Grainger for auto reordering. With on-time restocks, your team will have the cut-resistant gloves they need at the start of their shift. And you can end your day knowing they've got safety well in hand. Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Running out of time to find the perfect gift? Aura Frames makes it look like you planned it all along. Preload photos, add a message, and send it ready to display. A personal gift they'll love. For a limited time, save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off Aura's best-selling Carver mat frame using promo code SCORE. Don't forget to mention ESPN streaming at checkout. Now go win the holidays. Terms and conditions apply.
When it's time to scale your business, it's time for Shopify. Get everything you need to grow the way you want. Like, all the way. Stack more sales with the best converting checkout on the planet. Track your cha-chings from every channel, right in one spot. And turn real-time reporting into big-time opportunities. Take your business to a whole new level. Switch to Shopify. Start your free trial today.
I like things my way. My coffee, my schedule, and my treatment. So I talked to my doctor about self-injecting with the Vyvgart Hytrulo prefilled syringe, which contains Efgartigimod alpha and hyaluronidase QVFC. It's injected under your skin, subcutaneously. It means I can inject in my space, on my time. It's my treatment, my way. Visit VyvgartMyWay.com. That's VYVGART myway.com. And talk to your doctor about Vyvgart Hytrulo. Brought to you by Argenix.
Jim Basketball in our Granger studios. The Knicks won the first semifinal tonight, 132-120 over the Magic. Karl Anthony Towns at 29 said physicality won the day.
I just think that, when you're playing a great team and you know what they do so well, you got to either match it or exceed it. And their physicality and their pace is something that makes them special. And we knew coming into this game that we needed to be physical. We needed to match their pace. We needed to slow them down on their fast breaks. And I thought we did a great job tonight of, like I said, out there playing Knicks basketball, causing turnovers, utilizing transition points.
Thunder shooting 42%, Spurs 41%. It's San Antonio up 66-65, 5:16 left third quarter. We go back to Doris, PJ, and Kesty.
Thank you, Jim. And Chet Holmgren knew, and he was right, the Oklahoma City Thunder have won the challenge, not off of Holmgren, but off of Wemby, as Sean Wright told everybody here in the stadium.
Well, it's another thing they've added to the head coach's list of things to be responsible for. You got to know which players to trust and which not to trust.
SGA feeds Cason Wallace nifty behind the back to the corner to Jay Williams.
Good defense right there.
Outside, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's got the last five. Another nice defense with one to shoot by Champagnie. Long three, no good, and Wemby has the rebound.
If I weren't impartial in doing the game, I'd have standing up and clapped for that defensive possession.
Well, you have 3 championship rings with this franchise as Castle squeezes in to score it to go up 3.
Little crossover, come back to his strong hands.
16 for Stephon Castle, and OKC turns it over.
Harper made the play.
Wemby thought about a 3, ball fake, gives it up Vassell. He'll launch a leading 3 and drains it. 71-65 San Antonio.
This is a level of confidence and toughness. This Spurs team is legit.
A 22-point turnaround from down 16. 4:10 to go in the third. SGA spins on the rookie Harper, passes out and turns it over. Tried to get it to Cason Wallace in the corner.
It's only happened twice, but twice tonight SGA's gotten out of control because of the defense by San Antonio. That good help, and he got caught with nowhere to go.
They're making San Antonio look like what they do to opponents right now.
12th turnover for OKC tonight. Dylan Harper pass goes past Champagnie into the backcourt, and it's saved by Champagnie. Now it's Castle diving in front of us for it, but he couldn't save it out of bounds. I think the only reason they didn't go over and back is it might have hit Caruso right into the backcourt before Champagnie saved it.
I mean, 2 guys, dead sprint. Caruso first to the floor, then the ball comes loose and Castle hits the floor.
Unbelievable.
Castle just went Pete Rose there, diving into home.
There's some fresh bodies on the floor for the Spurs.
De'Aaron Fox is coming in. Keldon Johnson is coming in. Vassell and Castle to the bench. Alex Caruso getting set to inbound for OKC, which finds itself down 6 A 16-game winning streak, a franchise record on the line tonight. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander penetrates outside Mitchell, and he nets a three from the right wing.
Nothing but net.
And cuts the deficit in half from 6-3. 3.5 minutes to play in the third. De'Aaron Fox to our right finds Wemby at the top, puts his head down, drives, got the whistle, and tried to get that continuation shot, and it went about 8 rows.
He's giving him the continuation. Wemby was going to pass that until he heard the whistle, but they gave him the continuation.
Well, he goes to the line.
Are they in the bonus anyhow, aren't they, Kes?
They are, yes. Yeah. And while he shoots free throws, we're going to pause 10 seconds. Let our stations identify themselves. This is the Emirates NBA Cup semis on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app. Alongside P.J. Carlesimo, Doris Burke, I'm Mark Kestisher, George Sedano, our entire ESPN Radio crew as Wemby hits the first.
How about that free throw stroke? It looks like either Billy Donovan or Doris Burke at Providence College.
Good point.
What a beautiful stroke.
85% on the year and 2 beauties at 7 feet 4 officially. I think he's still growing. He towers over the centers.
I would not disagree with you.
73-68. And we need to clip that tape. Doesn't happen often. Here's Mitchell. Defended well. Missed the runner. And San Antonio has dominated this third quarter. They played well.
They dominated the second quarter also, Kes.
Yeah, those last 3 minutes, especially as Johnson's pass gets tipped all the way out of bounds over the scoring table by Caruso.
Caruso and Keldon Johnson just love to barrel into each other. Mitch Johnson's got both hands extended, palms down, going easy, easy.
Not as much as Bismack Biyombo and Wembanyama before he comes in.
Yep.
It's like an NFL sled drill, those two.
Wemby to the bench.
De'Aaron Fox has it. Cornette replacing him. Cornette sets the screen. Fox missed the three. Long rebound to the free throw line. OKC with it.
That's a big shot right there.
Jason Wallace to Jay Will. Jalen Williams now feeds SGA. Hesitation move. Tries to get around Cornette. Does! And is able to put it in over the 7-footer.
That is ridiculous. It was an absurd angle around a 7-footer, and he had to put English on the ball.
It was really good help by Luke Cornette. Made no difference to SGA.
21 for the MVP. 3-point lead San Antonio. 3-pointer Champagny is a miss. Tipped around. OKC brings it with 2:25 to go in the third. SGA runner got the whistle. Got a shot on the iron. No good. And the MVP will head to the free throw line.
Julian Champagny's had good looks and have not gone tonight. He's been money most of the year for the Spurs.
We may need our research people. This is the first free throw for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with 2:24 to go in the third quarter.
I think he wanted to respond after the poor decisions. As PJ said, very uncharacteristic for him to get sped up or put into a position where he doesn't want to be on the floor and he gets caught and he's got to make a terrible pass. Yeah. Like he's responded here the last couple plays.
He normally controls every possession. He goes to where he gets to where he wants to be.
He may actually have to play the fourth quarter tonight. He will play the fourth quarter tonight.
We'll see if Rob can dig up that quote from yesterday about whether he's jealous of players who get to play the fourth quarter.
He just hit 2 free throws there. 23 points for SGA. 97 straight games with at least 20 points. And OKC is down 1. Dylan Harper, rookie from Rutgers, drives, puts it up, won't go, falls off. Jay Will rebounds.
Chance to take the lead back.
SGA with it, 73-72 Spurs. 2 minutes to go in the third. Using a high screen, Gilgeous-Alexander, and now the screeners got tied up. Dylan Harper commits the foul, and both teams over the limit. No, that's team foul number 4 on San Antonio.
You know what? Harper's frustrated, but he's brought such a level of physicality that you're never okay with a foul, PJ, but the guy's working his backside off.
Absolutely. That was, if there's such a thing, that was a good foul, for sure.
That's the third team foul against San Antonio in the quarter. We're right at 2 minutes. So do they bump it right to first in the last 2? They do. So no more fouls can be taken by San Antonio. Inbound to Mitchell. Mitchell spins, lost it, got it back, sends it to the corner. Wallace for the lead, missed the 3. Rebounded by Johnson. Keldon Johnson up ahead to Fox. Oh, what a move by De'Aaron Fox. He's walled off, though, at the free throw line. Passes it out to Harper, who missed the 3. Jay Williams has the rebound. Jalen Williams will give it up to SGA. Another chance to take the lead with 1:30 to go in the third for OKC. And another foul off the ball as SGA was trying to find some free space. And now they are in the bonus.
So that is A.J. Mitchell. And he makes the first contact with Vassell, who's over talking with the official right now. And Vassell responded. But you always get caught on the second one.
And I think De'Aaron Fox is probably arguing that same point with official Sean Wright, who's having a deep discussion.
It was 2 plays in a row, the same thing. That you had the screener and the player being screened going back at each other, so it's like, who are you going to call it on?
Yep.
A.J. Mitchell just tied the game on the first free throw.
In the old days, the officials were allowed to, they just blow the whistle and say, all right, cut it out, and not call a foul on either one, which, there's something to be said for that.
No question.
Mitchell's second free throw gives the Thunder the lead back, 74-73. Oklahoma City, 1:20 left in the third. Luke Cornett dribbles around the perimeter, gives it up to Vassell. Devin finds a spot at the top, takes a three, missed it, rebound contested, Thunder have it. Mitchell busted into the front court, guarded by Fox. Pass out to Jalen Williams, who walks into a three, missed it, and rebounded by Keldon Johnson. Spurs the other way to our right. Vassell pitch out, dangerous pass, nearly picked, and going to have an offensive foul as Jalen Williams took the passer and took the charge.
One important thing that's happening here is with the downsized Oklahoma City Thunder, they can, in the past, and have struggled to get defensive rebounds. To their credit, there have been multiple orange jerseys, and even if the guy can't get the board, he's tipping it or tapping it to a player. It's been huge.
Inbound SGA, bust into the front court. Jalen Williams pass to the top, tip, but ends up in the hands of A.J. Mitchell.
Been a lot of deflections created by these two teams' defense.
45 seconds to go in the third. SGA sizing up. Champagny drives, kicks to the opposite wing. Wiggins missed a three.
I tell you what, with the level of defense that's being played, it's not easy to make shots in this game.
Too young and two of the best in the West going at it. Here's Fox, another crossover. Topside three. In and out and back in again for the lead.
Took multiple crossovers to shake Cason Wallace.
76-74 San Antonio, 20 seconds left in the third.
About a 2.5 second differential. It'll be interesting to see whether they can bleed it down and not leave San Antonio a shot.
Mitchell to Jay Will. He's going to drive the baseline, puts it up, got the whistle and the bucket. With 7.8 seconds to go in the third, Jalen Williams out of Arkansas with the bucket.
Well, he's given them very good minutes here in this period. He's had to contend with a bigger body, and he's held his own as a rebounder. Now he attacks a closeout. Really nicely done.
Funny story from the other Jalen Williams, J-Dub, their number 2 scorer. He said, Jalen Williams has reminded them every day this week the exact dollar amount to win the Emirates NBA Cup. He just recites the amount. And this Jalen Williams, will go to the free throw line to try to give the Thunder the lead. 6'9" forward, releases and hits. 3-point play.
De'Aaron Fox loves these moments.
6 seconds to go in the third. Down 1. Fox against Caruso. Outstanding defender. Sheds him off. Got the whistle. Got a shot. No good. And he's going to get to the line with 1/10 of a second on the clock and 2 shots coming. Third personal on Caruso. We'll see if they check his feet on the step back. No, it was a good call. Both feet were inside the arc.
De'Aaron Fox is probably too good a free throw shooter, but it'd almost be poetic for him to split these and for us to have a 77-all game after 3.
First one on its way from Fox, and he hits the first of 2. De'Aaron acquired by the Spurs at the deadline last year in February. Had a finger surgery, only got to play 5 games with Victor Wembanyama. Missed the first 8 games this year with a hamstring injury. Hits both free throws. 1-point Spurs lead, inbound, and we will go to the fourth quarter with a spot in the NBA Emirates Cup Finals on the line. It is San Antonio 78, Oklahoma City 77. This is the 2025 Emirates NBA Cup semis on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
This is Marshawn Lynch, a.k.a. Beast Mode. Mix and match players from any sport on Prize Picks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app. Available in 45 states, including California, Texas, Florida, and Georgia.
Download the Prize Picks app today and use code OT and get $50 instantly in site credits when you play $5. That's code OT on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly in site credits when you play $5. Win or lose, you'll get $50 in site credits for just playing. Guaranteed. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Running a business? You know that slow phone systems and missed messages cost you opportunities. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, is the #1 business phone system that streamlines communication, helps teams collaborate seamlessly, and respond to customers 24/7 with their AI agent. Join over 90,000 businesses using Quo. Try it free, then get 20% off your first 6 months at quo.com/ESPN, QUO.com/ESPN. They'll even port your existing numbers for free. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers.
Hey fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football. It's a pepper thing.
Quick break. Got your fire safety game plan? When it comes to your home, every second matters. That's why we trust Kidde smoke alarms. They're built to respond fast and cut down on false alarms, so you can act with confidence when it counts. And now you can upgrade to over 25% faster smoke detection with Kidde's latest technology. It's more time to react and more peace of mind. That's why Kidde is North America's #1 home fire safety brand. So whether you're upgrading or installing for the first time, go with the alarms that deliver performance when it matters most. Kidde, help protect what matters the most. Find it at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. 29% faster average smoke detection based on internal testing of smoldering wood fires for Kidde 9th edition versus leading competitor 8th edition products based on total household installations as of December 2023.
Jim Bass, our Granger Studios. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 23 points tonight, 97 straight game of 20-plus, 13 of his first 25 games. Didn't play a minute in the fourth quarter. This was pregame where PJ asked him if he's envious of those that play in that final quarter.
Not at all. Not one bit, actually, to be honest. Usually I sit because we're winning, and we're going to win no matter what. So that's always fun. And then, honestly, after going through the whole playoff run, understanding how much that takes physically was a big eye-opener for me. And I think these minutes that I can steal throughout the season and really, I guess, tack them on the end of the season when the games matter the most will be very beneficial, so I don't trip on it.
Yeah, with the Spurs up a point start of the fourth quarter, PJ, no need to be envious tonight. He's playing that fourth quarter.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Jim, and I was half kidding, but it's unbelievable how many fourth quarters he sits out, but he's not sitting out this one.
This is the 13th fourth quarter that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander will play. This is game number 26 for Oklahoma City and Doris. It's also only the fourth time all year OKC has trailed going to the fourth quarter.
Honestly, with the way they've dominated, I'm shocked they've been down going into the fourth this many times. Listen, they have faced so much adversity in the 23 games en route to the championship. There's never going to be an overreaction. I couldn't be more impressed by how hard playing both of these teams have been this evening.
Agreed. By the way, OKC is 3-0 when trailing entering the fourth quarter this year. No shot.
First game was a good game. We've got two very good games here in the Cup semis.
Knicks beat the Magic in our first semi. Who will the Knicks face Tuesday night? Wembanyama on the floor to open the fourth. He's got the ball against J-Dub. Got contact. Got up and they're going to wave it off. He banked it home, but they're waving off the basket. Sean Wright, our lead official, called it before the shot.
When you watch this guy warm up, it is one of the things they pound. His catches at the free throw line, the coach contests him, and they work on him ripping it through.
I thought he had gathered and started his motion.
Side out of bounds into Castle, fading one-legger, missed the shot. A.J. Mitchell has the rebound. Mitchell with Cason Wallace, Aaron Wiggins, J-Dub, and Chet Holmgren. Holmgren has it on the top against Wemby. Trying to move the big man. Couldn't. Now tries to get around him to the right. Stops. Wemby's in his way. Turns. And Wemby blocks the shot. It's loose. Shot clock at 6. OKC with it. J-Dub against Harrison Barnes, defended well. Gets off a spinning three that didn't come close, and it's a shot clock violation.
How about that defense?
Come on now. That's as stout as it gets, folks. Chet Holmgren wanted badly to beat Victor one-on-one. Victor was having none of it, Peach.
No, and Chet Holmgren, I don't blame him. He's got a little bit of an edge about that. He's tired of hearing, another miss.
Harrison Barnes missing a three on top, and as Wembanyama went for the rebound, looks like he's being helped up, and he's
just
okay.
To finish that point, Chet Holmgren was the best big in college basketball, and he was kind of tired of hearing about all this. And the couple times they played against each other, he got the best of Victor a number of times. So, and again, it just goes to speak to, not pretending it doesn't bother me. It does bother him. He wants to be recognized as the best young big in the league.
2 quick team fouls against OKC. Inbound San Antonio to Harrison Barnes. Wemby wants it, has it, turns from the elbow, and drains it.
He was smart that time. He just turned around and said, I'm bigger than everybody here. I'm just going to shoot over him.
9 points, 8 boards, 2 assists, a couple steals, and 2 block shots for Wemby in limited minutes tonight. Spurs up 3.
He's got a chance to get a double-double in limited minutes.
Here's J-Dub. Dribble a little high against Fox. Gives it up with 5 to shoot. Gets it back. Now with 3 beyond the arc. Williams now drives. Blows by Barnes. Missed the shot, but a whistle. Again late in the shot clock. J-Dub tumbled over a cameraman on the baseline, and now in a push-up style is pushing himself up back off the floor.
Wow, that is a late call.
Who'd they get it on? Well, we got it on Harrison Barnes. Wemby was coming over to help.
He had his hand on his hip, but we see that contact let go a lot.
Yeah.
I wonder if it was sort of the way.
Brian Forte kind of held his arm out and extended his forearm, but I didn't see it. He obviously had a better angle. He was right next to him. It's the basket closest to us. I'm a little surprised.
First free throw of the night for Jalen Williams. How about SGA didn't have it till late in the third, and J-Dub not till the fourth quarter as he hits the first.
You know what? PJ was talking about Chet being sick and tired of hearing about Wembanyama. You know what the Spurs guards may be sick of hearing? How good the defensive pressure is being applied by the OKC perimeter. Because, boy, have they brought it.
Let's check in with George Sedano.
Guys, Harrison Barnes was talking to Forte across the court and basically saying, you called that because of the way he spilled over out of bounds. It wasn't because of my contact.
Williams hits the free throws.
I think he's right, George. I think that's a good point by Harrison Barnes.
And Oklahoma City back within 1. 80-79 Spurs. 10:20 to go. Pass to Fox. Catch and shoot 3. Drains it from the right.
How quick did he release that, Doris? He hardly caught it and fired it.
Looking at his left hand like it's on fire.
Third triple, he's got 22. J-Dub got deep, sends it outside to Mitchell. Ball fake, but Castle slides over defensively. Now to Holmgren, square shot, blocked by Fox, up in the air, it's loose. Spurs have it. Down floor, Barnes. Barnes now holds up with a dribble. Try to find Wemby, nearly stolen by Wallace. Fading away, Wemby hits on the baseline.
Stop it.
He's doing everything tonight in limited minutes. That's 11 points. Spurs go up 6 on the 24-1 OKC Thunder. 9.5 to play here in the Cup semis. Foul before the shot as J-Dub hopped at the free throw line. He wanted the shot, no good.
By the way, there's been too much action, and I couldn't interrupt. That was De'Aaron Fox who blocked Chet Holmgren's three-point shot.
That's right. Let's
That's
point
not
that
exactly what you would expect.
Second team foul against the Spurs. Castle picks up his second personal. Side out of bounds for Aaron Wiggins and Oklahoma City. Castle's going to get a breather. Dylan Harper back on the floor, rookie for the Spurs. Inbound to J-Dub, 9.5 minutes to go. J-Dub on the drive, pass to the wing. Wallace, one dribble, sidestep 3. Got it! Net for Wallace.
Boy, he's missed some open catch and shoot. That time he had to have a rhythm dribble to escape.
OKC back within 3. Barnes over the top for Wemby. Wemby puts it on the deck once. Got fouled and stripped. Ball goes out of bounds. Another foul against OKC here in this quarter. That's 3.
And did you see Wemby after that shot, like bowing up, flexing like, okay, fella?
He was going to throw it down emphatically in case Wallace wasn't having any of it.
Yeah, most guys, when you get pulled down like that, might have crumpled to the ground. Wemby didn't give up any space. Foul on Wallace is his 3rd.
I mean, his upper body strength is distinctly different this year.
No,
to me,
no
it feels
question.
like,
No question, Doris. Great point.
First free throws. And the last time we saw Wemby in Vegas was Summer League. Right. And remember, you were like, this is the number one pick. I mean, you could see it coming, but the body didn't look like this 3 years ago.
The body, the balance, the level of physicality he can play through now, it's all different.
3 team fouls against OKC at the 9:10 to go mark here in the fourth quarter. Wemby hits the second, and Wembanyama off the bench tonight for San Antonio has 13 points and 8 rebounds, and a foul against San Antonio before OKC even got across half court. That on De'Aaron Fox? It looks like it is. Let's check in with George Sedano.
Guys, Wemby worked out with the Shaolin monks in China this year. I spoke to him in the season opener about it. He talked about how their kung fu, their meditation helped him with his discipline, his control, his flexibility, his range of motion, and most importantly, mental toughness. So that's something that has allowed him. So when you see him bow up there, DB, that's because he's a different dude coming into this one.
Jalen Williams scores on a lay-in for Oklahoma City. They're back within 3, 87-84 Spurs, 8:45 to go. Fox driving, Fox hanging, layup, no, Mitchell has it, and here comes OKC right to left. Pass to Caruso, steps into a 3, good! We're tied at 87, timeout San Antonio.
What a game, man. Just the back and forth, the toughness, the defense, the compete level, PJ, this has been special.
Absolutely. I'm just praying it stays this way for 8.5 more minutes. This is an excellent basketball. This is a good basketball game for May.
Yeah.
For December, it's an exceptional game.
High-level hoops in Vegas, and we have 8:34 to go, fourth quarter. Thunder and Spurs deadlocked at 87. You're listening to the Emirates NBA Cup semis on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
What would you do if your online store converted 36% more shoppers? You could take 36% more vacation.
Another pina colada? Yes, please.
Open a new retail location with 36% more square feet.
Fantastic.
Hire 36% more help.
You're hired and you're hired.
Shopify has the world's best converting checkout, up to 36% better than other e-commerce platforms. What you do with those extra sales is up to you. Switch to Shopify today at shopify.com/streaming and get a $1 trial. Shopify.com/streaming.
If you're the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, you know having a trusted partner makes all the difference. That's why, hands down, you count on Grainger for auto reordering. With on-time restocks, your team will have the cut-resistant gloves they need at the start of their shift. And you can end your day knowing they've got safety well in hand. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Okay, guys, maybe we've had a few holiday gift fumbles in the past. I've been there. You've been there. We've all been there. Well, not this year. I've teamed up with the Bouqs Company to bring you the holiday gift that hits every time. The Bouqs Flower Subscription. Modern bouquets delivered fresh every month. And with my promo code Canty, you'll save 25%. Bouqs flowers are fresh cut from the best farms, so you get bigger, brighter blooms that last way longer. Some are even grown on the side of a volcano. Think about that. No guessing sizes, no wrapping disasters. Just set it and forget it. She gets the bouquet monthly. You'll get all the credit. This is the best husband life hack that scores extra points every time. Starting at $48 plus free shipping, you can skip, cancel, or pause at any time. This is your no-stress guaranteed win. Go to Bouqs.com and use my promo code Canty to get 25% off your first order. Go to Bouqs.com, promo code Canty. That's BOUQS.com, promo code Canty.
Listening to the Emirates NBA Cup on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
What a nightcap in Vegas. We're talking basketball. Spurs and Thunder tied at 87. 8:34 to go, fourth quarter. Mark Kestecher, PJ Carlesimo, Doris Burke, George Sedano, our whole ESPN Radio crew. Spurs and Thunder playing for a spot in the NBA Cup Finals Tuesday against the Knicks. PJ, you've been on many of the rodeo road trips, but the way the schedule's worked out, this is the 10th different city in 10 games for the San Antonio Spurs. They played a heck of a ball game against 24-1 OKC.
It's just something that they have in their DNA. They just treat it as like, it doesn't matter. Pop used to always say, we beg him sometimes. You'd play a team 4 times and it'd be 2-1, and we got to win this game, so we have the tiebreaker. And he'd sit Timmy or something, and he'd say, you got to win on the road anyhow. It doesn't matter.
Tied game at 87. San Antonio out of the timeout. Dylan Harper, the rookie, trying to cross over, poked away by Jay Williams. Now a loft to the top to J-Dub from Casey Wallace.
How about Cornette? Comes back into the play, though.
Champagny down the other end for San Antonio to Vassell, right wing 3. It's good. And San Antonio's back in front.
Today's NBA, how about that, DB?
You make the defensive stop. They don't get a bucket in the numbered break, and they score on the other end. So good.
Unbelievable.
8 minutes to go. J-Dub, nice bounce pass to Hartenstein is back in the game. On the cut, down the lane, and right on the money. 90-89. OKC back within 1.
J-Dub stepping up. He's looking at Sean Wright saying, hey, I got fouled on the last trip.
They've won 16 in a row, a franchise record. They've not been tested like this for much of the season. And now a chance in the Cup Finals on the line. Harper at the top for the Spurs. Foul off the ball as Cornette ended up on the deck in a foul against OKC.
That's a big-time sell.
Yeah, I don't want to see a lot of free throws, and unfortunately, right now, that's 14 fouls on OKC and 3 on San Antonio. So players got to adjust. The referees got to adjust. Let's let the teams play. We don't want a free throw contest here.
You don't want to have a free throw contest with Oklahoma City, number 2 in that department, led by this man who's just checking back in, the reigning MVP, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Out goes J-Dub, so he gets his last rest before the sprint to the finish.
And I didn't mention it, but Victor Wembanyama on the bench, so maybe the closing minutes for Wemby for San Antonio. Harper at the top, protecting a 1-point lead. Now floats it high off the window. Missed it. Tapped Cornette. No. Cornette grabs an offensive rebound again and a tied possession. Tied up. I think that was A.J. Mitchell who had a hand on it as well.
Luke Cornette working hard. He's not finishing inside. He normally gets a couple of those tips to go down. But, again, he should win this jump.
Like Isaiah Hartenstein was lobbying to say, no, I had a hand on it. And Sean Wright said, nope, get me A.J. Mitchell. Looking up at Luke Cornette.
I think he said, get out.
Cornette wins the tip. Stephon Castle has it. Spins down the lane. Pass going again. Hand in the lane. Steal Mitchell. Down floor for Caruso, who goes up and flushes. How about Alex Caruso getting up and throwing it down?
A couple of young turnovers.
That gives Oklahoma City the lead with an exclamation point. 91-90.
Another young turnover.
Yeah, Harper that time lost it. OKC running. SGA finds Caruso, puts it up and in. 4 straight for Alex Caruso.
Responding like champions. You don't go through a 23-game run to a title, 2 game sevens to overreact to the pressure the Spurs have applied.
Yeah, Stephon Castle, though, and Dylan Harper are way too loose with the ball.
11-3 run OKC. They're up by 3. 6.5 to play. Here's Castle way out for 3. Missed it back iron. Long rebound. Thunder have it. Wallace driving on Cornette. Finds an open Caruso for 3. Missed it. Offensive rebound. Weak side Hartenstein. With a fresh 14, they go to SGA. Tries to go on the crossover. Sends it in the corner to Caruso. 3 seconds to shoot. Pass for Mitchell off his body and out of bounds.
How good was Devin Vassell's defense on SGA?
SGA was making so many maneuvers, I couldn't get the words out. Exactly. It was so good, and he was so good to stay in front. 6 minutes to go. Spurs down 3. Castle with it up top. Castle drives free throw line. Castle rises and scores from 12 feet away.
He puts the mistakes in the rear view and continues to attack.
What are you talking about, old man? I know what I'm doing over here.
93-92 OKC. SGA had nowhere to go. Pass got tipped, but right into the hands of Oklahoma City's Cason Wallace missed the 3. Rebounded. Cornette's got it. Down floor, touch pass, Vassell to Castle, who flushes with 2 hands. What a pass by Devin Vassell.
Just
wow.
The fastest way to beat a defense is with that push ahead. Never hesitate.
The defense again had SGA out of sorts.
Our 7th lead change. Spurs by 1. SGA went up. There was a whistle before the shot. They're going to wave it off.
Stop it.
It went down. And a foul against San Antonio.
Well, I mean, to Hartenstein's credit, Luke Cornette sold a foul on the other end.
Yep.
Hartenstein's getting a little of his own back there.
Yep.
Third foul on Stefan Castle.
I don't think either should have been called, to your point, but, he's just selling it.
What I'm more upset about is now we have free throw the rest of the way. Both teams in the bonus.
Yep. Inbound Hartenstein finds SGA at the top against rookie Dylan Harper. Now step back, long two, got the whistle, shot no good.
This could be a challenge.
Foul on Harper is the call.
I want to see the replay. You think they're going to call it a reckless closeout, but he was there. It wasn't a closeout. Mitch Johnson's looking at his bench. They may challenge this. Nope.
We're looking to see if this meets the criteria for a flagrant foul.
Wow, boy. That would be, the closeout because he stepped into the space, as you pointed out.
I'll tell you what, that wasn't a closeout. He was right there.
He might have kicked the legs a little bit, too. SGA went up, and if he's coming down straight, I don't think he's anywhere near Harper's feet. He kind of kicked both feet out a little and got the contact.
He kicked his feet forward.
Yeah.
But it was a closeout. He took a step toward him.
He took a step, then he tried to stop his body momentum.
Tough call.
It's really tough because you make a great point. That looked like an unnatural leg forward kick by SGA.
Actually, both feet up in the air.
It wasn't like, the Reggie Miller kick with one leg that gets a lot of height.
Forward.
Both, you don't get as much distance.
But you get underneath. Underneath the defender.
So as it stands right now, Dylan Harper's called for a foul. We're waiting to see if it's
going to be
flagrant.
2, and they're going to upgrade it, unfortunately.
5:06 to go in the game, in a 1-point game. San Antonio 94, Oklahoma City 93.
The initial step close may be the first whistle.
Ooh, no flagrant.
This was determined to not be a reckless closeout. We will shoot 2 shots.
Good job by the officials.
Wow, very good.
Our lead.
Yep.
But it will result in 2 free throws for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who's only taking his 3rd and 4th free throws of this semifinal.
Well done, Sean Wright.
He's almost
Jason
close enough to hear you.
Goldenberg, Brian Forte, and Pat Frere. I think that was a good decision.
SGA up to 31 minutes tonight, 10 for 18 from the field, 2 for 2 at the line, and trying to put OKC back in front.
Wembanyama's at the scorer's table ready to check in. Fox is as well. You lift Hartenstein here. Every time Wemby's come on, Hartenstein's gone off, Chet's come in, and then they've guarded down. Now your question is, when do you bring J-Dub back?
First free throw good by SGA.
Very shortly.
We are tied at 94, our 5th tie tonight. SGA with the ball in his hands looking for the 8th lead change, and he gives it to OKC 95-94.
What'd you say, Cassie? That's only SGA's 3rd and 4th free throws?
Correct. 25 points all told tonight. Here's Castle, trying to find Wemby. Does, pushes it at the rim, won't go, and it comes off to OKC.
Wemby had it, and instead of dunking, he tried to just kind of lay it in. That's a big miss.
Gilgeous-Alexander's three, no good. Rebound, Champagnie for San Antonio. 4:40 to go. Down 1 the Spurs. Knicks waiting for an opponent Tuesday night for the championship. Wemby thought about a 3, drives into the lane, had it tipped away by Alex Caruso on the steal. Rolling the other end to Holmgren, who got fouled. The secondary defender, Castle, went up and got upended a bit trying to block it. And a foul against the Spurs.
I could make a case. Alex Caruso's the MVP of the second half for this team.
Lay out your case, defense attorney.
The number of times he has made defensive plays. Strip steal twice on the side of the floor. Bad decisions by the San Antonio guards, but he made the play. That time he's checking Wemby at the rim, and he does an incredible job coming up with a possession.
He's also scored in transition, and he made a 3.
They had 5 straight points.
I'm dialing back to see what he had at halftime.
Here's Holmgren's first free throw. Missed it off the back iron. He was 6 for 6 at the line before that one.
Alex had 4 at the half. What does he got now?
11.
So he's got 7 in the second half. Strengthening DB's argument.
I love when my partner backs me up.
Isn't it good to be back?
It's great. I love you too.
Lou Dort checks into the ball game for OKC. I think it was Hartenstein who went to the bench.
J-Dub also.
J-Dub back in as well. Holmgren one more free throw, and he splits the pair. Thunder by 2. 96-94 OKC. 4:24 to play. They're going to meet again twice. 2 days before Christmas and on Christmas Day. There's Castle, blocked by the secondary defender, Holmgren, who came over and spiked it out of bounds.
Peach, a young player like this, you just let him play through some of this, right?
Yeah, but you made the point before, D. He gives you, he's one of those guys.
Inbound to Wembanyama, and he flushes it home on a perfect pass from Castle. Wow.
That's what he should have done the last time. He kind of finger rolled that last lob pass.
96 all. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander fading, connects on a baseline fade. How many of those has he had tonight?
What a good basketball game.
27 for the MVP. OKC by 2. Here come the Spurs. Champagny from the left. Pass to Vassell. 3 on its way. Good for the lead. Timeout. OKC. 3:42 to go.
Mitch Johnson may not be going back to HB or Keldon Johnson. He may be staying with his group.
I think he should. I mean, the defensive pressure he's getting, but also like just the slide, the relocation to Vassell. As a shooter, you're always looking for windows of opportunity to backfill and get to your spots.
Vassell with his 4th triple and with 3:42 to go. San Antonio 99, Oklahoma City 98. This is the 2025 Emirates NBA Cup semifinals on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
This is Marshawn Lynch, a.k.a. Beast Mode. Mix and match players from any sport on Prize Picks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app. Available in 45 states, including California, Texas, Florida, and Georgia.
Download the Prize Picks app today and use code OT and get $50 instantly in site credits when you play $5. That's code OT on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly in site credits when you play $5. Win or lose, you'll get $50 in site credits for just playing. Guaranteed. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Running a business? You know that slow phone systems and missed messages cost you opportunities. Quo, formerly OpenPhone, is the #1 business phone system that streamlines communication, helps teams collaborate seamlessly, and respond to customers 24/7 with their AI agent. Join over 90,000 businesses using Quo. Try it free, then get 20% off your first 6 months at quo.com/ESPN, QUO.com/ESPN. They'll even port your existing numbers for free. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers.
I like things my way. My coffee, my schedule, and my treatment. So I talked to my doctor about self-injecting with the Vyvgart Hytrulo prefilled syringe, which contains Efgartigimod alpha and hyaluronidase QVFC. It's injected under your skin, subcutaneously. It means I can inject in my space, on my time. It's my treatment, my way. Visit VyvgartMyWay.com. That's VYVGART myway.com. And talk to your doctor about Vyvgart Hytrulo. Brought to you by argenx.
This is the Emirates NBA Cup on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
San Antonio 99, Oklahoma City 98. 3:42 to go. What a game here. We're in the 4th quarter in Vegas. A spot in the Emirates NBA Cup Finals on the line. Marquez Fisher, PJ Carlesimo, Doris Burke. They're young, PJ, San Antonio, especially Stephon Castle down the stretch here.
But Doris made a great point. He said, what do? Do you let a young guy make mistakes? Ironically, he's making some of these mistakes right in front of Tony Parker, who did a great job giving Tony the leash and eventually got him to where his decision-making was so good. Stephon Castle does so many good things, you have to accept the occasional mistakes.
9 lead changes, 6 ties in the game. OKC down 1, bringing it out of the timeout. 3.5 to go. SGA pass to Holmgren. Ball fake on the 3 and back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Dribbles once. Now he'll pull for 3 over Wemby. Missed it. Castle has the rebound in traffic. 3:20 left. Down floor, Vassell, who just hit a big 3. Gives it to Fox. Lob for Wemby. Nearly didn't get there. Now he's got it. Now he's fouled. Chucks it at the rim. And the foul's going to be on Lou Dort.
And all the fouls the rest of the way are going to be 2-shot fouls. So,
I mean, it's very nearly a steal. J-Dub sprints in front, tries to knock it away. Wembanyama's like vision through tips and, people trying to be physical with him is very, very good.
Yeah, at times they look careless, but the truth is they know all they got to do is get it in the area code, right, and Wemby's going to catch it. So there's so many passes that are up there, and you're going, there's 3 guys going for that, but the one guy is 7'5", and he has excellent hands. Forget that he's 7'5". Yeah. He has excellent hands. and they're tied to some very, very long arms. So he's usually going to catch the ball.
And he hits the first free throw. He's plus 21 tonight. Misses the second free throw. Holmgren rebounds. 2-point game. Spurs lead. 100-98. 3:07 to go. The OKC 16-game win streak on the line.
They won SGA against De'Aaron Fox.
They got it right now. He's cut off outside J-Dub. A three on its way. And down for the lead.
They bring him back in. They go pick and roll with their best two players, and they get a three.
101-100 Thunder. 2:45 clock moving fourth quarter. Castle trying to find Wemby. Does at the free throw line. Against Caruso. Swats it away momentarily. Wemby gets it. Puts it up and in. Wow, he chased it down and threw up an 18-footer, and it went down.
Bad shot, but it went in.
Ball was knocked loose twice, and somehow he converts.
18 points in 18 minutes for Wembanyama. San Antonio by 1. Pass to Dort. He's wide open for three on the left. He missed it. Wembanyama can't grab it. J-Dub saves it on the end line for OKC.
What a big rebound by Jalen Williams.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander steps back beyond the arc. High arc three misses. Wemby the rebound. 2 minutes to go. San Antonio with a 102-101 lead. We have been treated to outstanding basketball here in mid-December in Las Vegas. A spot to face the Knicks Tuesday night in the Cup final on the line. Fox to Wemby. Wemby turns on J-Dub. Outside Fox. Long three. No. Rebound to the far side. Trickles out. And they'll say last touch by OKC.
Did you say long three, Kesty?
Was it not long? Maybe long.
It was about 40.
A lot of O's.
Looked about, he was closer to us than he was the basket.
Yeah. This will be a deep left sideline, almost corner inbound.
Yeah, bad place to inbound the ball against this team.
Castle looking against J-Dub, doing the jumping jacks, gets it in. Tough along the baseline to Champagny. Finds Wembanyama, went up for a one-handed dunk and had it slapped away. I think Dort got a hand on it. Down the other end, J-Dub feeds it to Caruso, missed it, and tapped out to San Antonio. Down floor, Vassell, bumped by Caruso, and a foul called against OKC with 1:20 to go.
You miss a chippy if you're Alex Caruso, then you commit the foul in transition. He's got his hands on his head in almost disbelief.
Would you say it is tough to finish right now
my goodness.
in this game?
Against two of the best clutch time teams in the NBA.
I think Devin Vassell got hit because he's walking around clutching the bottom of his shorts. He got hit maybe in the breadbasket, but he's got two enormous free throws right now.
A.J. Mitchell readying to check in for OKC as Vassell splashes the first home to put San Antonio up 2. Who's coming out? Lou Dort is coming out.
Well, it's interesting. Both coaches have gone away from guys who normally finish because they're playing the guys who have stepped up tonight.
Hartenstein and Dort, right?
They're coming back on the offensive end. Lou Dort they conceded the three, right?
Yeah,
they didn't guard him.
Missed it.
And so you get a better shooter in Mitchell on.
Vassell missed the second. Wemby got hit as he went for the offensive rebound.
Oh, Jason Goldenberg's got the foul from way out there.
Wow, he was the far side official away from the play the farthest. Wemby is all right as he went down, but he's going to go to the line here.
Spurs missed 2 big free throws.
Yep, but the guy
But they have a chance now.
They sure do. The guy who's 85%, correct?
Indeed, as Shai Gilgeous-Alexander from behind gets called for the foul there, his 4th. Wemby tonight, 5 of 6 at the line. First one, in and out and in again.
Wemby's
104-101.
Wemby's making a face. He's mad that it almost missed.
And this is just year 3 for Victor Wembanyama. Just think how far he's come from the deep vein thrombosis last year. You're unaware of what the future is going to be. And right now the future is bright. Victor hits 2 free throws, 2 possession lead, San Antonio by 4. Minute 15 to go. J-Dub will bring it across right to left for OKC. Looking for SGA, fronted by Fox at the three-point line. J-Dub drives, now lifts, 12-footer. No! Rebounded by Champagny.
Yes, let's not forget, Victor's 21 for another month. He doesn't turn 22 till January.
At least now this time in Vegas, he can buy an adult beverage. Wembanyama at the top, 4-point lead. Big possession here. Nearly took a shot. Sends it over to Vassell. Reloads Wemby, turns, drives, falling away off the window. No, tapped and controlled by SGA. 38 seconds
Wasn't
to go.
a strong enough shot by Victor.
Down 4. SGA probes at the top against Castle. Steps back with the dribble. Tries to get around to the right camp. Now goes to the left. Splits a double. Off balance. Bounces it. Holmgren fouled near the cup. I don't know how SGA was able to keep possession there.
I'll tell you, but when is the last time you saw SGA, every time he does multiple moves, between the legs, behind the back, shiftiness, that he can't get by somebody consistently, gain just the right angle or enough that they're leaning in? They have done an extraordinary job.
The defense has
guarding.
been exceptional. Wemby went to the basket. Excuse me, Kesty. That was a huge shot, and he didn't go quite strong enough.
Chet Holmgren hits the first free throw with 24.9 seconds to go. 3-point game. Holmgren can get it to 2. Cornette checks in. Fox out.
There's only, excuse me, DB, there's only 0.9 difference on the shot clock and the game clock.
They just sent SGA to the bench and brought in the steel king, Cason Wallace.
You're right. Holmgren, one more free throw. Down 3. Down 2 as he hits. 24.9. And Mitch Johnson in San Antonio are going to call a timeout here.
Mitch had put Luke Cornette in for De'Aaron Fox to have the 2 bigs underneath in case Holmgren missed one of those shots. This is going to be interesting now. I don't think if you're Mark Bagnall, you can trust your defense to defend the whole 24 seconds.
I think you have to lengthen it. I think you can give yourself a chance at a steal.
Oh, for sure.
But then I think you're going to foul for sure. PJ, I want multiple opportunities to win this.
Well, exactly. And if they bleed it down, they could. I mean, you don't want to. But you could take a 24-second violation. Right. And they got 0.9.
Yeah.
Advance the ball, take your chances. But I don't think so.
Yeah.
I agree with Doris.
0.9 to go. San Antonio leads Oklahoma City 105-103. So what's at stake tonight? A trip to the finals of the Emirates NBA Cup against the Knicks. Oklahoma City 16-game win streak on the line. And maybe a chance to brag on Mitch Johnson for a few minutes. 2 of the younger coaches in the league going head-to-head.
139, 140.
With Mark Daigneault, who's already won a championship.
One other thing, Kesty, at stake, about $250,000 a man. The difference between the winning team and the losing team.
And I believe another thing at stake, which is the best start in NBA history, because they tied Golden State.
It would still be a tie because Golden State got 29-1.
They got to 29-1. Okay.
But they'd stay on pace for it. But a lot on the line. To PJ's point, the winner of this game, everyone's guaranteed at least $212,000 a man, and you're playing for $530,000 if you win the cup.
By the way, inbounding the ball against this team is not easy. This is going to be an adventure. Look who's in to inbound the ball.
Harrison Barnes, the veteran. He's got Castle and Wembanyama and Vassell and Fox. Trying to get it in. They get it into Wemby. Far left corner. 23 seconds to go. Spurs protecting a 2-point lead, and there's a whistle as the double team came over to Wembanyama. Put him at the line to potentially make it a 2-possession game.
They were not trying to foul there. They were trying to trap him and perhaps turn it over. They may have fouled eventually, but they were not looking to take that foul right there.
Here comes SGA. So an offense-defense substitution here.
Second foul on Holmgren. Wemby tonight, 7 of 8 at the free throw line. 20 points, 9 rebounds in 20 minutes in his return from a 12-game absence. And he misses another critical free throw. That one was short.
Yeah, that one was badly short. That never had a chance when the second left his hand.
So now needs this one to have the full 1-possession 3-point lead.
Without question.
Victor Wembanyama, calf strain, returning after missing a month. Takes a big sigh, and it's 7-5, lifts, fires, and hits. 3-point lead, Spurs.
He hit the one he had to hit, but
20 seconds to go. SGA on his horse, straight down the lane and flushes it with 15 seconds left.
Oh, that was too easy.
They let him go. 1-point game, inbound to Victor. Will they foul him? 13 seconds to go. Shot clock's off. Ahead to Castle, and now Cason Wallace able to foul Castle.
They'll take their chances with Stefan. He's just between 71 and 72%.
And hasn't shot tonight at the line.
Yeah.
So two big free throws, same deal. Need them both to make it.
They allowed SGA to score too quickly. I mean, he just put his head down and drove the length of the court. Way too easy.
Castle, second-year man out of UConn, the reigning Rookie of the Year in the NBA. Had 30 points, season high in the quarterfinals, and a clutch free throw.
Good on that one.
They're getting in Caruso and Hartenstein, out go AJ and Cason Wallace.
They have so much talent all the way up and down the roster. Mark Daigneault loves this chess match here tonight.
2 timeouts left for OKC, 1 left for San Antonio.
No fouls to give. This free throw for Castle could give the Spurs a 3-point lead again. 9.8 on the clock. Free throw away and made.
Boy.
And a timeout called by Mark Daigneault.
Big free throws. DB said you stay with the young guy. You certainly do.
Yeah,
so
he's got to play through it. And I love this toughness, Mark. Castle made multiple mistakes down the stretch of the ball game, but he didn't hang his head. He made other plays that were good, and now he knocks in 2 huge free throws. Their toughness is unbelievable.
It's a young team that's coming of age quickly.
He has 6 turnovers, but he has way more positive plays than those 6 turnovers.
So this time around, down floor, with 9.8 left, are you fouling and not giving him a chance at a 3?
I'm fouling, but again, it's and I hate to admit it, I'm not sure how Mitch plays it. It's okay to foul if it's something you work on, like international basketball teams foul all the time. If it's not something you believe in practice, you're not going to do it.
Want to get caught on it.
You're going to take a chance.
And in an ideal situation, maybe you let a couple of seconds go off here. But the other thing is, it's the timing of it. If you can get it on a downward dribble and take out any question about somebody trying to get into their gather.
By the way, the 2 starting guards for OKC, SGA 1 for 7 from 3, Lou Dort 1 for 6 from 3. It's been a struggle tonight for Oklahoma City, 24% from 3.
They like to go to Chet sometimes because he can get the shot off over anybody. He's big enough.
He's got a triple tonight. Chet's on the floor. Gilgeous-Alexander's on the floor. A.J. Mitchell. Caruso can hit a 3. And J-Dub, Jalen Williams, on the floor for the
Sometimes
Thunder.
you invert your defense and you don't even play the guys inside the 3. You almost play on top of them and say, go ahead, go in and take 2 if you want it.
108-105 San Antonio. The Thunder 16-game win streak on the line. Staring at a second loss this year. And who gets to the cup final? Caruso will inbound. Far right side against Wembanyama. Looking, and calls a timeout because that 5-second count was coming in a hurry.
Last one.
Tell you, we talk about inbounding against Oklahoma City being tough. Yet another defensive play by these San Antonio Spurs. Just an impressive night on that end.
San Antonio, if they could get the win, would be off to their best start since the 16-17 season when they opened 20-5. That was the Kawhi Leonard team that went to the Western Conference Finals. They're 17-7. Victor Wembanyama is back. And it's early, like both these teams have had injuries, but you can feel from San Antonio how so quickly they've coalesced, and they feel like they could take on anybody, especially this team.
They've backed it up.
Yeah.
No question about it.
And I love Mitch. I mean, Stanford grad, played at Stanford, solid player. There's a competitiveness that pours off of him. And what an addition Sean Sweeney has been for the defense of the San Antonio Spurs. Just really good stuff from them.
Former Jason Kidd assistant, went from Dallas to San Antonio in the offseason. 9.8 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Spurs 108, Oklahoma City 105. San Antonio trailed by as many as 16 in the third quarter and trying to knock off the defending champs who've only lost once this year.
Look who's guarding the inbounder.
Wemby.
You think it's going to be a little tough for Alex to see the floor?
Caruso's been handed the ball. They don't have any more timeouts. 5-second counts underway. Bounced in to Holmgren and fouled by Fox with 8 seconds to go. So that's an early foul.
Yep.
But only 2 shots for Holmgren.
Spurs have one timeout. This is interesting. I think teams sometimes miss this opportunity. We used to try and tell our players, if he makes the second one and somebody's wide open, get it in. Get it in, get the clock running. If your best shooter, with Darren Williams, something like that, get him the ball.
Holmgren's first is no good. Now, with 8, it's too soon to miss it intentionally, and they're such a good defensive team.
Oh, no. Yeah.
That you don't have to do that at this
I think he makes it for sure. Mitch Johnson, again, has Luke Cornett in to get the rebound.
And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander goes to the bench with Wallace in for defense. Holmgren down 3, one more free throw. On its way and good. San Antonio by 2, and with 8 seconds to go, Mitch Johnson will burn his final timeout for San Antonio.
It's going to be a long 8 seconds, I'll tell you that.
Now it's about inbounding the ball cleanly. They'll have their 5 best defensive players. Shea will stay off. Cason Wallace on. Timeout remaining for
nobody. No
okay.
Timeouts left, and not just A, inbound the ball, B, don't turn it over, and then C, make 2 free throws.
Right.
A reminder, the Emirates NBA Cup Championship game is Tuesday night. Our coverage on ESPN Radio begins at 8 Eastern Time, 5 o'clock Pacific here in Las Vegas. We know the Knicks are in. They beat Orlando 132-120. Jalen Brunson scored 40 points in the win. And now, whom will they face Tuesday? Will it be the defending champion Thunder or the upstart San Antonio Spurs?
Was that today the Knicks played?
I know,
when
right?
was that?
I lose track of time in Las Vegas. I don't know about you.
To me, though, guys, tonight is evidence that this kind of environment and this high level of game, PJ, Indiana talked about it a year ago. They believe that their cup experience helped them navigate their way to the finals.
Mark Daigneault believes it helped them last year, even though they lost.
That's right.
They learned something from, we didn't, the lights, all that, the open practices. Mark talked about how different it is, as you guys well know, DV, all the finals you've done. It's a totally different animal in the playoffs, and the deeper you get into the finals, it's very, very different.
San Antonio by 2. Mark Daigneault actually called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to come in. He's going to defend the inbounder. Harrison Barnes. Barnes gets it into Wemby. 7 seconds to go. Pass to Vassell, but before the pass, they called the foul. Wemby will go to the line at 6.1.
Wemby did a good job getting rid of the ball. I thought it was going to take another couple seconds to run down Vassell.
Holmgren gets credit for the foul, his third. Wemby takes a deep breath. He can make it a 2-possession game here.
Don't forget, Kes, they're coming on the fly now, particularly if Wemby misses the second one.
No timeouts remaining. Wemby's first, good. He kind of trailed it in a little bit, which may have felt it was going to be short, but it was all net.
A.J. Mitchell in, Cason Wallace out.
They're not going to let him shoot it now. You got the 21-year-old trying to do what the 19-year-old did, make 2.
And Wembanyama can put a major dagger in it here, make it a 4-point lead. 22 points. Missed the free throw. 6 seconds to go. Down 3. J-Dub fouled at half court by Fox with 3.7 to go. Smart foul by De'Aaron Fox.
What an enormous miss by Wemby.
He's missed a couple down the stretch.
Yeah.
His face is wearing it. He looks a little upset with himself.
Do we have enough time at 3.7 where you're intentionally missing the second, or we're still not there yet with these teams?
I don't think so. I think they'll it's hard with no timeout, but I still think he'll trust his defense.
J-Dub at the line, bends the knee, hits the first 2-point game, 109-107, Thunder down.
Well, this is interesting because Mitch is putting Luke in. He's putting the 2 big guys in again just in case they do miss it.
And teams practice these plays now.
Oh, without
these intentional misses and getting tips. Let's see what OKC decides to do.
Hartenstein just whispered to J-Dub. So
Kobe used to be exceptional at this.
And he made it. Oh, he didn't want to make it, but J-Dub buried the free throw.
They got to get the ball in bounds.
3.7. Wemby on the baseline. Fires it in. Nearly tipped away by Caruso, but a foul called on Alex on that long inbound of Vassell with 3.3.
Sean Wright thought that Caruso was trying to take a foul. That's why he blew the whistle.
5th foul on Caruso. Go back to J-Dub. Clearly wanted to miss that one.
Yep.
You could see his reaction when he made it.
It's a tough situation for the referees because if a team is trying to take a foul to stop the clock, they want to blow the whistle right away. So sometimes they anticipate.
But I thought he fouled him anyway.
I agree,
but
Alex Caruso's acting like he didn't want to.
Vassell's first is good, and either way, with 3.3, that's plenty of time if you're down 3.
They're going to foul again.
They're going to foul him again.
They're going to foul again for sure.
But if somebody gets free.
Yep. But if they're smart, they got to wait to foul. It could also be a 2-point game if Devin Vassell misses the shot. But if he makes it, you got to wait a little bit to foul. Don't foul him all the way in the backcourt.
110-108 Spurs. Vassell's free throw good. Back to a 3-point lead. 3.3 seconds to go.
I think he's got to throw a long pass.
J. Will gets it into J-Dub with 2. J-Dub got fouled before the half-court heave by De'Aaron Fox, and so only 2 free throws, down 3 with 1.5.
Now we may see a miss.
Well, he might get a second opportunity.
Yep.
To get it done. 3-point game.
The Spurs have executed those fouls exceptionally well.
The game has been awesome, and the strategy is apparent, but it's unfortunate to have to come down to this kind of ending. 3 for 2, but it's the right play. J-Dub free throw makes the first. Front rim, backboard, and in. Now he gets a second crack to try to intentionally miss it. J-Dub and Hartenstein and Caruso all talking. Caruso's trying to tell him this is how you do it. Here's how you miss it.
He's telling him I'm missing it off whatever angle.
Not just the big Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Alex Caruso running in from the 3-point line are dangerous.
Missed it off the back iron. Caruso got a hand on it, but he couldn't get it toward the rim, and the game is over.
And they're saying they think he got fouled.
We may not be done yet. As of now, San Antonio celebrating the end of Oklahoma City's 16-game win streak. There was no call. Sean Wright, the lead official, walking toward the scorer's table.
I don't think they're reviewing anything.
The celebratory yellow tape surrounding the court is being put on the floor, and the San Antonio Spurs have handed Oklahoma City just its second loss of the year, and San Antonio is going to the championship game of the Emirates NBA Cup.
Well, if we weren't working, I would stand up and give both of these teams a standing ovation. That was an exceptional basketball game. A lot of very, very, very talented young players.
Well, this is the future of the league. You've got the defending champs who remain one of the younger teams, and a San Antonio team that showed so much guts.
San Antonio aided by Stephon Castle, and he's standing by right now with George Sedano.
Thanks, Kesty. Steph, you guys were down as many as 16 points in this game. What was said at that point to turn this thing around?
Just believe in us. We've been there before. Treat this game like no other game, and we gotta clean up some stuff that we were doing wrong. We knew why we were down. So once we clean up on that, tables turned.
And then Victor Wembanyama obviously getting back in this game helped the tables turn a little bit. What could you say about his performance and the way he catapulted you guys?
Yeah, it's nobody like Vic in the league, so having him back is obviously a big plus. And I think what he did in the second half for us was a big reason why we won tonight.
All right, you guys are in the title game tomorrow. What's the rest of the night look like?
A little bit of celebrating, a little bit of getting back healthy, treatments, and some scouting tomorrow.
Well, Steph, congratulations. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, guys, back to you.
George, thank you very much. About the San Antonio Spurs and Victor Wembanyama, limited minutes, 21 minutes. He took care of every one of those 21 minutes, scoring 22 points.
How about look at the 22s? Victor, 22. De'Aaron Fox, 22. Steph Castle, 22. Devin Vassell messed it up. He had 23. But again, the three-point line, if you look at it, it's almost sacrilegious to talk stats in this game. It was just an excellent basketball game. But the three-point line came back for San Antonio early. What they missed, their first 12?
12. They were 0 for 12 to start the game.
And that was the difference in the game. If you look at the stats, that's the difference in the game, the three-point shooting.
You've seen so many times this year and last, Kesty, when Oklahoma City takes a 16-point lead, that can go from 16 to 25 in a heartbeat. And they bury teams and they take their will and their spirit. What did not happen tonight was the compete level never faded through all the mistakes San Antonio was making. And listen, Oklahoma City, are they going to be disappointed? You bet. But this was a fourth quarter possession ball game. They faced adversity. They've been there before. You know, they're going to take this, and that'll be great film for Coach to use. Because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, very uncharacteristic night in terms of turnovers for him.
You think Frost, is it Frostbank? I better learn the name.
Center, you are
I think
correct.
Frostbank Center is going to be jumping on December 23rd, and then we go to OKC on December 25.
I was going to say, give me like 2 more of these, but they're coming up in less than 2 weeks.
Right away.
It's like there's a silver lining. OKC, as Shai Gilgeous-Alexander said it yesterday to the media, they embrace going for 73 wins, but in a season with a lot of games early, now you go home. You've already got an NBA championship. A cup championship would be nice, but now you get a few extra days off at home before the Clippers get there on Wednesday, and the Spurs get a whole bunch of confidence coming up with a win.
I would say that 73 is still not out of the question
No, it is not.
by any stretch.
Huge win for the San Antonio Spurs. Spurs and Knicks for the 3rd Emirates NBA Cup. We'll have that for you on Tuesday night with our coverage on ESPN Radio beginning at 8 Eastern Time, 5 Pacific. We should keep Doris along for more games because she brings us some good ones. You going to stick around Vegas with us?
I am
She's not going anywhere.
to be here.
OKC is not going to like us coming to their games in Vegas anymore. I can
That's
tell
a
you
good
that.
point. That is a good point. Final scores, the Knicks beat Orlando 132-120. And the San Antonio Spurs and the Thunder 16-game win streak, 111-109. San Antonio the win. OKC drops to 24-2, and they blew double-digit leads, big ones, in both of those losses. For PJ Carlissimo, Doris Burke, George Sedano, producer Mike Martino, our engineers Al Rosenberg and Dave Smith. I'm Mark Kestisher. That's going to do it from T-Mobile Arena in Vegas. Let's go to Jim Basquill in the studio with the postgame show.
All right, Kesty, thanks so much. 16-game win streak over. Second loss of the season for the Thunder. It's Wemby and the Spurs that get it done on this night. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the 2025 Emirates NBA Cup semifinals on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app. Coming up next on the NBA post-game show, Wemby makes a massive impact in his return for the Spurs. Highlights versus the defending champs on the other side. This is the 2025 Emirates NBA Cup semifinals on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
That's the ease at which you get information. You want it, you get it. Like that. Ask your phone. Group chat. Smartphone. You're always connected and informed in real time. No waiting. So if you're diabetic and still using finger sticks to read your blood sugar, what are you waiting for? Knowing your blood sugar levels instantly is important for managing diabetes. Call US Med at 888-665-0696. To learn more about continuous glucose monitors, a real-time instant method to track your blood glucose. US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 1,000 private insurers. And the best part? Call 888-665-0696 and we'll give you a free insurance benefits check today. So call 888-665-0696 today. That's 888-665-0696 and manage your diabetes as easy as...
The NBA is happening Christmas Day. 5 games, 1 unforgettable lineup. That's what Christmas is all about. Buckets for breakfast, breakaways for dessert. It's the holiday tradition. Christmas is our day. With star power from across the globe.
The stars, they are going to be out.
The best gift, you don't even have to unwrap it.
We want to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year!
NBA Christmas Day begins at noon Eastern on ABC and ESPN.
You live for this. The wins, the losses, the slam dunks, and the buzzer beaters. The dream that this is your team's year. Hope. It's what keeps you coming back. So you represent with anticipation and with pride. Because when everything's on the line, your support means everything. That's why the NBA store is here to support you. Check out the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
You're listening to the Emirates NBA Cup on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Jim Basketball back on the NBA postgame show on the heels of a terrific second semifinal from this NBA Cup in Las Vegas. Spurs and Thunder, two young teams that could rule the West End League for years to come. Oklahoma City riding a 16-game winning streak coming into this one, but Victor Wembanyama making his return for the Spurs in this game after missing the previous 12 with the calf issue. The game flow is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Take the next step forward in your career with great benefits and an award-winning workplace. Apply at careers.progressive.com. So Oklahoma City riding that win streak, got off to a fast start in this one. After the opening quarter, they were up 11 points at 31-20. But Victor Wembanyama entered this game start of the second quarter and quickly made an impact.
Dylan Harper on the right, drives to the post, shoots from 12, no good. Wembanyama, weak side tip in for San Antonio.
He looks at the official like that should have been an N1. His increased upper body strength makes that possible.
That took a long time.
Welcome back, Victor. Took him 30 seconds.
Yeah, from down 11, got that put back, got another board and kick out for a three, and suddenly Spurs were within 6, but the Thunder had answers.
Castle's got it, skips over to Vassell, missing a three. Caruso has a long rebound and heads the other way. Hits Holmgren on the stride, right to the rack for the two-hand slam.
I mean, Chet Holmgren's minutes have been sensational, both on the defensive and offensive end.
Chet Holmgren on that throwdown, he had 17, had the Thunder up 45-31, but San Antonio closed the half with a big run.
Wembanyama, standing dribble, tells his teammates, slow it down here. 10 to shoot, 17 seconds to go in the half. He's going to pull from 3, and he hits it! Welcome back, Wemby! 13 straight points by the Spurs.
You heard that right, 13-0 run to close the quarter against the defending champs, and suddenly we had a game at 49-46. OKC's lead, 26-18. The Spurs outscored them in the second quarter with Wemby on the floor. In that quarter, they were a plus 20. We'll call that three ball the getting it done play of the game, brought to you by Grainger. Professional grade products for every industry. Grainger has you covered. Call or click Grainger.com or just stop by. Spurs were down entering the third quarter, quickly took the top side of the scoreboard.
Turnover, J-Dub turned it over. Fox driving, Fox laying it in, and San Antonio has its first lead of the night.
Tell you what, their defensive pressure, they have prided themselves on applying equal pressure back.
Yeah, they were going back and forth, and they reclaimed the top side of the scoreboard at 57-56. OKC went back up top of the Spurs, bridging the quarters 29-7 on the run.
SGA pulls for 3 on top, missed it, long offensive rebound, but Fox took it away from Hartenstein. San Antonio running. Here's Barnes, got deep, passed it out. Vassell for 3, in and out, and back in again. Everything going down for the San Antonio Spurs, and a timeout taken by the Thunder.
They call that the shooter's touch. San Antonio after 3 up 78-77. Wemby went to work early for it.
Barnes now holds up with a dribble. Try to find Wemby, nearly stolen by Wallace. Fading away, Wemby hits on the baseline.
Stop it.
He's doing everything tonight in limited minutes. That's 11 points. Spurs go up 6.
85-79. But again, the Thunder had a counter.
Fournette wins the tip. Stephon Castle has it. Spins down the lane. Pass to the wing. Again, hand in the lane. Steal Mitchell. Down floor for Caruso, who goes up and flushes. How about Alex Caruso getting up and throwing it down?
A couple of young turnovers.
Yeah, that was part of an 11-3 run. Oklahoma City reclaimed the lead. They were up 3. Caruso, when he was on the floor, plus 22. But San Antonio with Devin Vassell, he was their leading scorer.
How many of those is he at tonight?
What a good basketball game.
27 for the MVP. OKC by 2. Here come the Spurs. Champagny from the left. Pass to Vassell. 3 on its way. Good for the lead. Timeout. OKC. Tennessee. 3:42 to go.
99-98 San Antonio up top with the shot clock winding down. Wemby showed that touch from the perimeter.
Against Caruso, swats it away momentarily. Wemby gets it, puts it up and in. Wow, he chased it down and threw up an 18-footer, and it went down.
Bad shot, but it went in.
Ball was knocked loose twice, and somehow he converts.
A no, yes from Victor Wembanyama. 21 minutes, 22 points, 9 rebounds, plus 22 for him. It was a free throw shooting contest down the stretch, and the Spurs had just enough to fend off the Thunder, snapping their 16-game winning streak and handing OKC just their second loss of the season. Spurs up to 18-7, 111-109. And here are the results of the AutoZone in the Zone poll question. Yeah, the choices for the Spurs were De'Aaron Fox, Stephon Castle. Fox, your most votes. He had 22 points, 3 threes, but our write-in winner has to be Wemby, right? 21 points, 22 points in 21 minutes, had 9 boards, and really turned this game around. It was an 11-point deficit when he entered the game, started the second quarter, and boy, did this game change with him on the floor. Takes us to today's trivia answer. We mentioned Wemby and Stephon Castle, back-to-back Rookie of the Year winners for the Spurs in 24 and 25. Question was, who was the last team to have back-to-back Rookie of the Year winners? And the answer, the Minnesota Timberwolves. In 10 years earlier, 2014 and 2015 campaigns, Andrew Wiggins, Karl Anthony Towns, back-to-back victors as Rookies of the Year. Again, trivia brought to you by Dr. Pepper. It ain't college football season without the delicious taste of an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. College football, it's a pepper thing. So the Spurs are in the Cup Finals, getting this team.
Brunson, a season-high 38 points. Works against the rookie, Jason Richardson. Takes him to the three-point line. Tip of the circle. Rocks back. Fires and hits. 40 points for Jalen Brunson.
A season high for Brunson, 132-120. Knicks winners over the Magic. So it is New York and San Antonio for this year's Cup title in Vegas. Once again, our final score, the Spurs snapped the Thunder 16-game winning streak, 111-109, handing OKC just their second loss. And our next broadcast comes on Tuesday. Knicks Spurs coverage comes your way at 8 Eastern. Coming up next, it is game night for producer Rob Kelly, technical director Camilo Ortiz, associate producer Josh Kapke, as well as Mark Kestisher, PJ Carlissimo, Doris Burke, George Sedano, and Mike Martino. I'm Jim Basquil. Thanks for listening to the 2025 Emirates NBA Cup semifinals on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Round 1 of the college football playoff. Friday, Oklahoma hosts Alabama. Then on Saturday, it's Miami at Texas A&M. Followed by Tulane at Ole Miss. And finally, James Madison at Oregon. The College Football Playoff, Round 1 on ESPN Radio and on ESPN.
Hockey is here. The breakaways, here. The beards, here. The deets, the backhands, the Ovi goals, all here. Comebacks are here. Bucci is here. Barn burners, thousands of them. Trade alerting, here. The fans, here. The Stanley Cup, yeah, you guessed it. It's here on ESPN.
Watch all season long on ESPN and the ESPN app.
This is Freddie and Harry.
Freddie, I don't want to hear nothing about, well, you know, you got newcomers in the AFC. I don't want to hear it. He is the MVP of 2024. He is carrying again in 2025. This is the perfect opportunity for the Buffalo Bills to get to the Super Bowl because Josh Allen is that dude.
Check out more from Freddie and Harry weekdays at 3 Eastern on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Mickey had so much fun last year, he's asking Santa to bring the NBA back to Walt Disney World.
It's time to dress up Main Street USA for a live animated game between the Cavaliers and the Knicks. And along with the halftime parade, I'll be hiding hidden Mickeys.
Let's dunk the halls, Christmas Day at noon on ESPN2, Disney Plus, Disney Channel, Disney XD, and the ESPN app.
The Thunder and the Cavs were playing a different
sport than everybody else. You go back to 2012, the Heat with with LeBron and Dwayne Wade, the Bulls with Derrick Rose were running at a speed and defensive intensity that you just did not see anywhere else. Mid-90s, Bulls, Knicks, Cavs, they looked like they were playing a physical sport that was above what anybody else was playing. What we're watching is a Thunder team and a Spurs team. You can put a couple other teams in there, but it's mostly these guys with somebody like Wemby, with somebody like Chet out there, with everybody who can switch, everybody who can play defense, who you have to have a perfect offensive possession to get a good shot off and a perfect defensive possession to stop somebody. They're playing a sport that I'm looking at like the Lakers. You're not playing the same sport as these dudes. Like, you're not playing the same. Like, I don't know what you're going to do to compete when you have to face two teams like this. That's my biggest takeaway. That these two teams they're going to be defining the way that this game is played for the next few years.
Well, I'm with you from the perspective of both of them have length and size to pack the paint. They have the athleticism to protect the rim, and they can run and get out in the fast break. And we saw all of those elements that I just listed over the course of this last game. I mean, the best example that I could give you, just to show Wemby missing 12 games with a calf injury and then stepping back on the court, David, as if he didn't miss a beat. There was a play, second half, he goes full extension. He forces an awkward floater by OKC. Obviously, it's off the mark. They miss it. Then off balance, he recovers to block what would have been a putback attempt, I believe, by Hardenstein. And all of a sudden, that triggers the fast break back on the other end. That is just a defensive-minded play, but that alone, you could argue, impacted the defense and the offense for the Spurs.
Well, yeah, I mean, Wemby had, 7 points in that first half, and he was still dictating everything that the Thunder were doing. They get into the paint. So I don't know if I've devised Wemby stats that I'm trying to get involved in the second spectrum and all that stuff in Genius IQ. And one of them is called the hell no, which is when you go into the paint, you see Wemby, and you dribble the hell about the paint because you're like, hell no, I'm not going to let this dude block my shot. The OKC Thunder, the tenor of their offense changed as soon as Wemby got on the court. They were dribbling to the paint and dribbling right back out, kicking the ball out, a lot of threes. The Thunder shot below 42% tonight, right? This is the second time they lost both of their games. The only reason, the major reason that they shot so poorly tonight is because they did not know what to do when Wemby was on the court.
Guys are determining whether or not they should put the shot up, whether or not they should twirl around, pass the ball out to the perimeter, right? You see the indecision that you're talking about. And OKC, one of the most polished teams in the NBA, despite the fact that they're still relatively young coming off the NBA Finals victory. But I hate saying one guy in particular can change the trajectory of a game or a team, but when he's 7'4" and he has that massive length, yeah, he clearly is the exception to the rule. But I don't want to take away from, while Wemby totally was responsible for their comeback and igniting that, they hit some big shots outside of him. Okay, Vassell had a really good game, hit a big three late in this contest. Castle coming off an impressive rookie campaign, De'Aaron Fox. So I think what impresses me most about the Spurs and was on full display tonight is they're able to feed off of Victor Wembanyama's strengths by surrounding him with perimeter shooters and guys that can attack the basket, because it's twofold. You could put a huge guy in the middle and right youthful mix.
They were able to hold their own, and actually I think it kind of helped them to learn.
Squad welcomed back Mohamed Diabate from injury.
Vegas right now. It's a good answer. Go there, do a little treatment, go watch some film, go to bed. I'm sure that's all that ever happens in Vegas when basketball players are involved. But yeah, I'm with you in terms of the level of just fourth quarter execution. The thing about this OKC team, SGA is leading the league in clutch points, even though he's only playing in about half the fourth quarters this season. Like, this team knows how to execute. They won a championship. They beat the Nuggets in 7. Like, this team, like the Thunder have done all of the things that championship teams do and have earned those stripes, especially when it comes to how you play down the stretch. what we saw from that Spurs team, they were able to get the shots they wanted. They got Wemby the ball in the spots that he needed. They hit pretty much all their free throws that they needed. And the defense was spectacular. Like, this is a team that is earning these playoff stripes, as you mentioned.
And ready for First Take right here, Monday, 10 a.m. Eastern on ESPN.